guys, good evening. This is Ferlin Yoshimi, and we are live from our studios here in Tokyo, Japan, and we are bringing you the JCG Premier League Season 3 finals between TBM, WS Mitai, and All for One Assault. And with me tonight is my lovely, charismatic co-caster, Corey Swenson.
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here for the JCG Premier League Championship.
Very, very exciting. So Season 3 today. Well, Season 3 finals, and then we have Season 4 again, and then it's the grand finale next year, early in January.
To wrap everything up.
But for today, it is going to be WS Mitai versus All for One Assault.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am very excited. You know, we've seen TBM tons of times before this, but All for One is very new to us.
Yeah.
They've
really kind of come out of nowhere. We were talking about it earlier. You said All for One Assault. They didn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
That team was
Moonlight Butterfly. So we'll talk about this a little bit later.
Sure.
But if you guys have been following Reddit, we are on Reddit today. We're not allowed to upvote it or put it here, but All for One Assault was in one of like the big highlights of Reddit like a couple of days or weeks ago.
About a week and a half ago.
So they're looking for analysts and coaches here and there. So if you guys are, excited to, or if you want to, or if you're interested in, my English is not working today, if you're interested in helping teams in Japan with coaching or analysts and stuff like that, do check up these guys because they are looking for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm confused. Okay, yeah. So today, All for One versus TBM. So you want to talk a little bit about All for One, or do you want me to do it?
All right. So, All for One Assault. This is All for One. We've actually got, this is kind of cool. They've got Assault, and then they've got a B team as well, a sister team situation going on. But this is the Assault team here today. They went through the semifinals 2 weeks ago with a really, really strong showing in a best of three. Took the first two games in that match, and yeah, they're here today. I'm really, really excited. In those games last week, if some of you were watching them, we did only have a Japanese stream, but the bot lane for All for One Assault was fantastic.
Right, so was really, really, really good with their team. So let me just give you a little brief background for All for One. So it's All for One Assault and All for One Burst, but tonight we're looking at All for One Assault. They have two teams. So the current AF1, what we call them All for One A, is formed together with the previous team called Moonlight Butterfly here in JCG, but they disbanded and made a new team with one of the newcomers is actually Karuri-san, who is formerly the top laner for TBM, so he's going to be, playing against his former teammates today. This is really, really exciting for him and for us to watch as well. And so the main members for Team Assault is on the top lane, as we say, it's Karuri-san. In the jungle, it will be Sneal. In the mid lane, it will be B Dreamer. AD carry is type 89, and of course, support is Zenith. Right. So obviously, we all know, maybe not all of us, but we know a little bit about TBM before. So we'll talk about TBM later in the day. But the games are going to be starting in roughly about 20 minutes or so. We're just waiting for them to come on and see what's happening with the lobby system today. Yeah, so a very big exciting news. I just got back from Worlds. Yay! So I was in LA in Staples Center, so that was very, very exciting for me. Obviously, it was very nice to invite me and another colleague of mine along. And yeah, LA was brilliant. I got to meet a lot of my old friends there. I'll be on the pro players there as well and meet new people. So I met a lot of new Riot people. I got a tour of the studios. Oh, did I mention I met this actress in Riot?
Who?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she was in Riot because her son is a huge League of Legends fan. And apparently during one of the, quarterfinal games, they were actually lining up like hours of waiting outside. So like one of the Riot stuff, like, isn't that
Jamie
Lee Curtis? So they brought her in, and so like when I was in Riot, so she was there. So she just talked to me from, I don't know who she was. She was like, isn't it awesome to work in Riot from behind me? And I'm like, I'm not working in Riot. But yeah, it's awesome. And I'm like looking at her. I'm like, don't I know you from somewhere? I'm like, maybe I've met before. Obviously, I haven't because
maybe
she's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Well,
that was really awesome because, we love her. all her horror movies, Halloween and stuff like that. But yeah, so another big news coming up is on the 29th of October, which is going to be Tuesday. We're going to play a international show match with AHQ Esports Taiwan. So AHQ Esports Taiwan, if you guys don't know, are the Garena Premier League GPL champions in both the summer and spring season. They're basically the top team in Taiwan right now. Obviously, with Gaminia Bears disbanding, very, very upsetting news. They didn't really disband. So what I know is, I know their team manager and their coach for leave. So they disbanded, yes, but with the same team members, they have formed into a new team called Flash Wolves. So we'll be playing them actually next month. But for this month, it will be AHQ Esports, and the winner of tonight's game is going to play AHQ Esports on the 29th of October. So the time will be
that
8 p.m. Japan time.
Yeah.
So no, I don't know where you guys are.
Time, I can tell you in American time that's 7 a.m. on the East Coast, 6 o'clock Central, and that'll be 4 in the morning for those of you who are maybe waking up or still awake on the West Coast.
Yeah, I have no idea. But in any case, if you're from Taiwan, it's 7 p.m. Taiwan time, 8 p.m. Japan time. Yes, well, here's I'm going to the Japanese people, the folks, to the Japanese stream, because there is a Japanese stream. もし日本人の方々がいれば、今日はJCG このジャパン e スポーツチャンネルは英語配信をやりますので、日本語配信はぜひ JCG のサイトを見てていただければ、そこでリンクはついていますのでよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
はい。Okay, yeah. That's it for my Japanese today, because today here is the English stream, not Japanese stream.
Woo.
Thank God, because yep. All right, so 15 minutes into the game, and it will be TBM versus All For One. Let's talk about you for a second, because you're very new face to JC. I'm still very new face to you guys, because I've been doing all the Japanese stuff for a long time now. I just recently moved here to the English stream because we just started last month. So let's tell me a little bit about yourself.
So hi, good evening everybody. My name is Corey Swanson. Very, very new to this scene. Met Ferlin about a month and a half ago when she was talking about getting an English stream started for JCG. Since that time, just coming in and having a good time here in the studio, bringing everybody what we can of the Japanese esports scene. I really think from here, we've got a lot of good things coming on. You might hear rumors of a Japanese server coming. We'll see how that plays out. We got thumbs up from Ferlin, so Ferlin
it's going well.
Ferlin does this officially. I'm here, I don't know, I want to say volunteering my time. I do not professionally play League of Legends. I how to speak the English language fairly well. In any case, but it is a lot of fun to get in here, get in studio, and see what JCG Japan Competitive Gaming has to offer. So yeah, that's me. I'm here. You can check us out later. Fairland's really got the experience on me, but I'm gonna do my best. So feel free to leave constructive criticism and be like, or tell me to shut up. But I probably won't listen to that.
No one's gonna tell you to. No, so Corey is American, if you guys have not noticed this by now. So
yeah, I don't have
dear
an accent
Corey,
like Ferlin over here.
Stop with the accent thing. I know I have a weird accent.
I didn't say it was weird.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so Corey is so weird because Corey is he's not professionally casting. Neither am I. Obviously, none of us here in Japan are professionals, so to speak. This is my third time casting as well. So I'm very new to casting. So is Corey. Obviously, you guys are confused. League of Legends. So don't hate. Okay, don't hate. I'm trying my best to. So we're all here to enjoy the game, right? So. Most important thing, League of Legends is for everybody, and everybody should enjoy the game. And with the Japanese players, obviously, because we don't have our own server, as you guys may or may not have known, we play on the NA server, and so it's very difficult for a lot of the Japanese players because they don't speak a lot of English, so to speak.
Yeah,
no
so
pun
when the whole
intended.
client is in English, you kind of got to fumble your way through that. But I think they do a really good job.
No, they do.
And there's JCG's putting out this new LoL station. Are you familiar with?
Yeah, so LoL Station is just basically for beginners.
Right.
You know, just
which I'm
really
excited about.
Right, so really just talk about like what the turret does and the ranges of the hero. So it's all translated into Japanese. So we have a team that translate all these things into Japanese for the Japanese players who are very new to League of Legends. But we're talking about like the more mature League of Legends players here. We have tons of challenger tier players here. We have like a challenger tier team, challenger tier players, tons of diamond players here in Japan. So don't look down on Japan, you know. We might be very inexperienced here, but you know, we're trying very hard to, you know, make sure that, you know, we have a stage to show the world, you know, what Japan can do as well.
Right. So that's one question that comes up. Can Japan play League of Legends? Yes, Japan, we can play League of Legends. Our players are getting better all the time. Other quick questions to address. Today we will be playing on the North American server. Everybody always asks, are you playing on Taiwan? Are you playing on Garena? Are you playing NA? It is NA. Average ping about 120 to 140. So maybe not the quickest flashes in the world, but you get used to it.
You get used to it for sure. Yeah, so the games are pretty much... So we're just going to rumble our way through while we wait for the players to come in. So if you guys have any questions for us, do just ask us on Twitch. And my man here, Andreas, you cannot see him, but Andreas is going to be the stream guide tonight. And on the other side is Jimmy, who will come on stream later, hopefully for the second or third game at the cast of the stream as well. So if any questions, just let us know on Twitch and we're going to answer them as best as we can.
Right. So do you think we've got about 14 minutes? We were talking about All for One Assault earlier. You want to tell us a little bit about the Beast Mitai? Is that something we can do now?
Yeah, so let us talk a little bit about the Beast Mitai. Do you want to introduce the team?
Sure. So the Beast Mitai, which is kind of a fun name, I like it. Everybody loves a beast. In any case, the Beast Mitai, in the top lane, it's Terra Ares, and in the jungle, Mato-san. Mid lane is Rio Silva, and the ADC is Dame Mitai, and the support is 9240. I think one of the better supports, League of Legends. I think his name pops up a lot when you support players, and so I'm looking forward to see maybe some solid support play out of him today. The Beast Mitai, they've been around for quite a while.
Yeah, so the Beast Mitai has been around for a while in terms of Japanese League of Legends. So they were our JCG Season 1 champions for the Season 1 season. So they're very familiar with how JCG works and the ladder system here in Japan and all that. So, but the biggest change obviously is Karirei-san being replaced by Mato-san. So Karirei-san was previously the top laner. Now obviously Terra-san, but Terra-san was previously the jungler for TBM, and now Mato-san has been replaced for the jungle, and Terra-san has been moved to top lane. And so the big thing we'll be seeing here is obviously Karirei-san versus Terra-san today in the top lane, because you know they have been teammates for a very long time. So I've heard that they've been playing together for 2-3 years now.
I think so, yeah.
I think from Season 1, the official Season 1 of League of Legends. So they've been playing for a long time. So it's interesting to see them playing against each other tonight for the first time in a competitive way.
Because this switch was fairly recent. It was after Season 2, if I have my dates correct, I think. Which was... If you go maybe to Nico Nico, which is a streaming site here in Japan, you can find videos like in July of Karirui playing with TBM. And so it'll be interesting to see maybe if he's got a unique insight, bringing that to All for One Assault and making them just really ready for this matchup.
Right.
Yeah, like you say, it's really going to be this big chance for him to come back and play against this old team in a competitive environment.
Yeah, and they have experience with international play as well, because they played the Absolute Legends Singapore 2 months ago. So that's a very interesting experience for them, because obviously Japanese teams don't have a lot of experience playing outside with Japanese players or the NA server. So playing with Singapore was a big thing for them, and so I'm gonna expect them to take that experience with playing against international and a semi-pro team. They play on the league circuit, what we call in GPL in Singapore, and that's a big thing in Southeast Asia. And so I really want to see how they take that into the games today. But I understand there's a little bit of a problem with the the audio with us. So we're gonna take a quick 1-minute break to make sure that we have something, we've settled it, and we'll be back in just a minute.
She's such a misfit, always ready to brawl. It's like her business, roughing up your friends is the law. There is no difference if you believe you're strong. She's a bulldozer, making sure you're flat on the ground. She's like a boomerang that never gives up. She flies in circles so she hits you when you're bowed in the dust. So just remember this, when she's chasing you down, face first, you'll be thrown into the proving ground. She'll knock you out. Have you ever really wanted to be a total rebel, flipping tables on the enemy? Did you ever try to further improve how fast you punch people through the roof? Oh, was there ever any certain time when you thought brute force and style combined? Well, I guess now it's time to shine, 'cause finally she's here. Here comes mine. As a matter of fact, the best bet one has is to quickly react to the first attack that's taken for the bullets. You should never pull back, just risk it. Have you ever really wanted to be a total rebel, flipping tables on the enemy? Did you ever try to further improve how fast you punch people through the roof? Oh, was there ever any certain time when you thought brute force and style combined? Well, I guess now it's time to shine, 'cause finally she's here. Here comes She's such a misfit, always ready to brawl. It's like her business, roughing up your friends is the law. There is no difference if you believe you're strong. She's a bulldozer, making sure you're flat on the ground. She's like a boomerang that never gives up. She flies in circles so she hits you when you're bowed in the dust. So just remember this, when she's chasing you down.
And we're back. Hopefully the audio with Corey has been fixed. Karga, or Andreas here, has been trying his best to help out with everything. So let's give him a big round of applause, because he's been helping us a lot for today. You know, he's doing the stream, doing the chat. So big ups to our man, Andreas here.
Yeah,
You can't see him.
plugged the microphone. We took it out. We plugged it back in. We'll see. You know, very technical stuff. We did some other things around here. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, everybody. Again, this is JCG, League of Legends Premier League. Championship match tonight between All For One. Should be a good one. Boy, this chat. I feel like I'm having breakfast all over again.
The spam in this chat is too OP. Somebody do something about it.
Well, it's Twitch chat. Oh, Twitch chat. In any case, we're just about 5 minutes out from getting this game underway. Everybody getting started.
Yeah, so
We'll see.
we're just waiting for the teams to actually come by the The game.
Yeah, so
The game.
we don't actually have them here in studio. We're still at a stage where everybody gets to sit in the comfort of their own favorite chair in their apartment or their house and log in remotely. But,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of fun. That's the only downside is, do these teams get together and practice, or is it all an online?
It's very much online because DTFM, I don't know if you guys know them, so there's a lot of big names, I would say, called in Japan, like Yutapom.
Yes.
So guys like him are huge here in Japan. He's on the Challengers here, obviously, Meno-Meno-san, guys like that. So DTFM is a semi-sponsored team here in Japan, and they play with the Korean teams as well. But so what happens is when they play like I think a open scream match with the Koreans, so they get together in a studio here in Japan. That's the first time they've actually seen each other. So it's, it's not only exciting for their fans, but it's exciting for them themselves to actually be
you're
like,
our jungler.
yeah, so they're like, is that you in real life? So, yeah.
That's fun.
So that we stream on two different stream sites. We stream on Nico Nico and Twitch here,
Right.
obviously. So the Nico Nico broadcast is only for Japanese because it's basically only accessible to Japanese people, I think. I'm not very sure.
Yes and no. But it's a lot easier to navigate if you know your way around in Japanese.
Yeah.
I do think there are ways to get it. I think it does have an English version. However, if you're here watching, I would recommend staying here. I think it streams a little bit higher quality on Twitch as well, because Nico Nico does like to block some of the bandwidth just when there's so many people watching on an evening. Everybody is using Nico Nico here in Japan.
Yeah, and there's like a limit to Nico Nico. So like if there's like more than like a few thousand people, I think, then the stream would stop. No, they don't allow any more people to get in. So that's why they have both Nico Nico and Twitch. In case they reach the max cap for Nico Nico, they just transfer to the
Yeah.
Twitch.
Come
stream.
over, watch us here. So
Yeah.
Twitch, Nico Nico, go from smiling to twitching. I don't know.
So Nico Nico means to smile. If you don't know Japanese, it means like smiling, basically. Smiling. But yeah, I know I move a lot. Like
It's all right.
I have been doing hosting and emceeing for a very long time now, so I'm not used to sitting down in the chair and be like, "Hey everyone, good
rude.
evening." So I'm very I'm used to like moving my hands around and stuff like that. But yes, I know a lot of people have been asking about my accent, obviously, because it's so weird, right? I was born in Singapore and I lived there for a couple of years. I've been moving around to different countries after that, so it's a big mix between Singaporean, Australian, British, and a little bit of American. So yeah, I'm Singaporean. My blood is Singaporean, Russian, and Portuguese.
My blood is
Story.
red when it touches the air.
Ah, well, there we go. Yeah, so we're just waiting for I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm waiting for the games to start. So we're getting into it. We're just waiting for a few more players to get onto the lobby, I would think. And so yeah, but today it is going to be Alpha 1 Assault AF1A versus TBM. So I don't know which team you guys are supporting tonight, but I know there's a lot of AF1 supporters after a few of the Reddit posts that they've posted up, and a lot of TBM fans though, because they've been around the scene for a long time.
Right.
So what are you gonna take today?
I want to say, after watching the semifinal matches last week and watching Assault just their bot lane completely dominate, I'm looking forward to seeing if Type 89 and Zenith can continue to do that today. And if they do, I think All For One has got it.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate and be like TBM because they have been a long-standing team for a long time. I don't know what's gonna happen because Karirui-san is a huge part of the team,
Right.
huge part of the team, and to have him move to AF1 is a huge disadvantage for them because they don't know exactly how TBM would play and stuff like that. So, and to move over to another team in within a 2-month span, it's a huge thing. So I want to say TBM. I will say TBM, but I'm saying it with a lot of caution.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, well, because I really like the way Karirui plays.
Mm-hmm.
If you've managed to pick him up before, if you saw it last week, or if you've seen him play in the past for TBM, we were talking about this earlier, and people say, oh, wow, he really knows how to, trade in his lane. And last week in the semifinals, he played a Kennen, and a Renekton.
Yeah.
And he was the engagement for his team, and he played it absolutely perfect. He knew when to start fights, and that was part of the reason All For One looked so good last week.
That's true. That's
and
true.
so for one team to lose that and the other team to gain that,
Yeah.
it's rough.
Yeah, because like both Kennen and Renekton has so much to their kit. Obviously, with Kennen, there's a lot of CC coming in. With like Renekton, he's just like he's gonna bruise through everybody. He's gonna be like, I'm coming in with dominance, and I'm gonna like blow the entire team up. And obviously, they have very good team play with the picks that they come in with. So we're gonna talk about that probably later in the game.
Right.
But we know that B Dreamer, who is going to be the mid laner for AF1, he loves his Lissandra.
Yes.
She loves Lissandra. So he played them on both games during the semifinals and played it extremely well as well. They won both games, obviously. So I am looking forward to either seeing a ban on Lissandra tonight or to let him go through with for that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they let that go through. Last week, like you said, he played Lissandra twice. In the first game up against an Ahri, his laning looked a little shaky. And it was one of those slow starts, strong finish situations. So it'll be interesting to see if they ban that out, don't want to see it at all, or if they're going to maybe bank on the fact that B Dreamer might come out a little shaky again.
Yeah, but we know, you guys might not know, I know that if AF1, I'm just going to call it All For One. It's so much easier to say All For One. All For One loves to play very AoE-centric team composition.
Right. So
So the last time they played Kennen with a Lissandra and a Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
So it's very much AoE-centric. So they want to have that five-man engaged and to maybe not let anyone escape. So maybe we might see something coming up from TBM, maybe like an Oriana Jarvan to lock the other team down, or have a disengage like a Zyra. You know, with her grasping roots, she can really just disengage the team for them or engage the team for them, because Lissandra is a huge engager. She can
Yeah.
initiate and she can disengage. So a lot of teams like to play against that.
It'll be
So we'll see what happens.
It'll be interesting to see what the Beast Mitai comes out with. I think one of the keys for the Beast Mitai winning this game is getting to type 89, the AD carry for All For One, and deleting him from team fights, because what I've seen is absolutely fantastic. And
Right.
so
Mhm.
I'm looking for Beast Mitai. If they want to win, I'm hoping they can pick a comp maybe to either get those picks or just dive that back line.
Right, so Type 89, who's the ADC for AF1, is she played Caitlyn in the first game and Quirky in the second game.
Right.
So both very highly fought for picks for ADC. Caitlyn, obviously, she has that ridiculously long range. She falls behind a little bit during mid game and really scales in the late game. So that's a huge part. If he plays Caitlyn today, TBM might take that advantage during mid game to really stop her. But if it takes Corky, then it's just like dominance the entire game, because he can clear waves really fast with that Trinity Force meta now. So it's a huge pick. Maybe they might band out the AD carry just to not let Type 89 really scale through the game, or maybe they might shut down B Dreamer. We're gonna see how TBM reacts to that, because obviously with Kyrie's on the other team now, it's gonna be a huge disadvantage for TBM tonight.
Right. So, yeah, so that's what I'm really looking forward to, is this Type 89. Last week you said Caitlyn Corky. Caitlyn, he went 19-1 and 14 on Caitlyn last week. So only dying once over the course of like a 50-minute game.
That's
and then
crazy.
they actually banned Caitlyn in the next game, and he brought out Corky and ended up going 8-0 and 6.
Yeah, that was like a crazy thing. So I think today, with what they saw in the semifinals, they're really going to know that, yes, we need to shut down Type 89 today. So you might want to go in, because the game has been
All right,
created.
we'll take a look
I'm
and
going to
find that
let
here.
Corey get into the game and make sure that we are all in the game together. Together. Yes, I'm extremely excited, because, you know, not a lot of people watch JCG, not a lot of people follow the Japanese scene. You might ask, is there a Japanese scene? I will say, maybe not. But yes, his name is Type 89. I don't know if you can find that on LoL King. That may not be his entire full name. I think it's AF1 Type 89.
Yes.
But yes, I'm trying to see if the game is being created. 今から部屋クリエイトします。
That would be the problem.
Because I'm here reading my Skype chat with the players to see if the games has been started or not. It's all in Japanese, so sometimes I might just blurt out a little bit of Japanese. So
Bear
do take
with
that
her.
into consideration, my dear folks. 終わったら教えてください。
So, all right. So we are just about ready to get underway, getting the room created here. As soon as we have that ready for you, we're going to jump in, take a look at those picks and bans. Today will be a best of 3 series. So, team who can take 2 games first will obviously be the ones going home with the Season 3 championship. Yeah, and then we'll already be on to Season 4. So we do have the game now. Great! There we go.
There we go.
So we are going to jump in here, get things
You will watch
underway. Perfect.
Yay! Okay, so we're just waiting for a couple of players to get into game, and we can start in the next 5 minutes or so, I hope.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited because I've been away from Japan for a while now, obviously to LA and a few different other countries. But I'm very excited to be back. We're excited to see how the progress has been and to hopefully see what's going to happen tonight. Yes, we are on the NA server, so if any one of you is wondering where we're playing because there's no Japanese server, we are on the NA server. We are with you guys in North America. We can't play Korean server because one, the Korean language is foreign to us.
Is not Japanese.
2, we don't have the social, what do you call it? Social security code? I don't know.
It's a number.
It's a number.
We
yeah.
don't have one.
No.
So.
No, we don't.
And I don't even want to try to figure out Garena.
Oh, yeah. So
I have an
Korean-
account.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, I have a level 1 account. Yay. So that's what we use when we cast games there. But
Right.
so I want to see if there's anyone here who's Chinese, my Taiwan Chinese folks, if you guys are watching. 我不知道今天有没有台湾的朋友们还是中国来的朋友们，我们今天会用英文来直播，所以有日文的直播，你们要看日文的直播的话，就去我们 JCG 那个 website 那边看，我们有一个 link， 那边会有日文的直播，可是今天的直播在这里 Japan Esports 会是英文的直播 OK? Alright, so yes, I speak Chinese too, because I lived in Singapore for a long time, and my dad's Singaporean, so what? I speak Chinese. No, my Mandarin is like really bad. Like I've been repeating this like tons of times, but my Mandarin it could use a lot of work on it. Maybe I'll move, connect back with my roots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, we actually.
Yeah, we've got everybody here, so we should be jumping into picks and bans here very quickly.
I won't be able to see it.
You could continue telling us how bad your Chinese is. Is it good?
That's what you want to know.
Oh, sorry.
No, we're just waiting for
All right. All right. So.
But are there any Japanese people? I want to know where you guys are from. Let's put it out there. Andrea's gonna let me know the Twitch answers. So where are you guys from?
Put it in the chat. Let's see. We've got.
Oh, I can see it here.
Oh, you can see it.
Florida. Okinawa, Japan, Sweden, Denmark, Holland, Belgium, Germany, LA, Singapore, yay!
Come on,
Yo.
Minnesota. Everybody's sleeping.
Holland,
Antarctica. If that's true, that's awesome.
Spain, Russia. Are you guys like, what time is it there? Is it like really late in the night or like way early in the morning? Tokyo? Tokyo no tomodachi ga iru no? Tokyo psycho. Okay, I'm just kidding. Dallas, Turkey, Colombia. Hello, my friends from Colombia, Austria, Spain, Guangzhou, China. 你好.
This is awesome, guys.
Shizuoka. Hello, folks from Shizuoka. Estonia. Wow. I don't know if you guys are like lying. Maybe someone is like spamming like Spain, Italy,
North
stuff like
Korea. No?
Hong Kong, Somalia. Wow. Poland?
This is
hey, folks
awesome.
from Poland. Yeah, I know. It's so international. But yeah, but we're here today to watch JCG, we're here to watch Japan. Competitive gaming between TBM and All for One tonight. Quick catch up. I have no idea what I'm talking about. English is not my main language. I'm kidding, it is.
Would you like a lesson?
Yes, Corey here is an English teacher, that's why. No, my name is Ferlin Yoshimi, and he's Corey Swenson. Corey is American, and I'm Singaporean, Portuguese, and Russian. But we're here in Japan. We're from different places, but we're here in Japan, and we're here to cast the JCG tonight.
All right. So yeah, we are just about to get underway. Thank you for joining us. This is the English stream. もし日本語で見たいなら、それJCG のサイトから見て、そこでリンクが貼ってあるので、そこから行けると思うんですけれども、もし日本人の方でも英語で見たいなら勉強とか
Can you just say
のため
start like ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
この英語のストリームでもいい。Also, if you really want to study Japanese, you can go find the stream through the JCG website. But I would say stick around here. We're going to have fun tonight.
We are! Yeah! I'm really excited. Quick, shout out or update. We are not professional casters. We know. We ain't professional casters. We're just day-to-day players of League of Legends. I talk a lot. That's why I'm here. He talk a lot. He's an English teacher. That's why he's here. I'm kidding.
All right.
But we are into game.
Yeah,
So we are into the band and pick phase. So let's just...
Bans and picks up here on the blue team. It looks like we're going to have All for One. And starting on the red side, purple side, is going to be the Beast Mitai. So we are jumping right in here to pick some bands.
The blue side is going to be the Beast Mitai. Is that right?
Yes.
The red side is...
Red, purple.
Is Beast Mitai.
Red,
Okay,
purple.
so...
Sorry.
Let's start, ladies and
Bands
gentlemen.
coming out right away.
All for One.
Take us through these, Ferlin.
All for One has banned out Kassadin, Jax, and the Beast Mitai has taken out Ari and Jarvan. So Jarvan is a huge thing here in Japan. All the junglers in Japan love Jarvan. We don't like to have Jarvan come out because Cataclysm is not a good ultimate to play against. So we understand why he's out. Karthus and a Vayne pick. So first thing we see from here is no Lissandra ban.
Nope, so that's going to get through, and there's no real ADCs other than that Vayne getting taken away from Type 89. So basically, it looks like there's a lot of free reign on who they want to pick here. Zed is open. Ari is out. Fizz is open, so we'll see if Japan maybe sticks with that assassin meta. They are available, but that first pick does come in. It's going to be Corki. And actually, today we have Sneal, Type 89, B Dreamer, Carl Rui, and that is not Zenith.
Oh yes, that's Zenith.
Is that
It's
Zenith's
just his
other
different
account?
name. Yeah, it's different
Okay,
name.
I'm going to get confused.
So yeah, so that's Rio Cheta. Rio Cheta is going to be Zenith, so he is the main support player for All for One Assault. So Corki, and on the other side, it looks like it's going to be a Renekton and a Zyra. So as I said before, Zyra is a huge control player. It's a champion that can really control very well, and so that's a really good pick. Renekton coming out again because Terada-san and he wants to take that away from Karilisa. So it's a good counter for him. And what do we have next?
So over here, it looks like we've got Shen already locked in, and it is going to be Aatrox. They used Aatrox very successfully in a 20-minute game last week. It was the second game of the semifinals. So Sneal knows how to play this champion well. I have not seen Kari play on Shen yet, but when you're playing against a Renekton, it's kind of a nice sustain lane up there.
It is, and you know what, Shen and a Aatrox, right? So Aatrox, obviously, he has that revive passive, and it's always fun to play with a Aatrox because he can really dive a lane really early on. Let's say a level 3 dive, a really 5-minute early dive. So it's really exciting to see Aatrox coming in. Shen, obviously, with that Stand United, you know, you're always gonna have that fear. Does he have the Stand United on? What if he takes out a teleport with him too? So it's a good pick together with Corki and Aatrox. But on the underside, it looks like we're gonna have Caitlyn and Amumu.
Amumu is locked in. It's been a while, sad mummy. Sad no more.
It reminds me of my Amumu plushie at home. But I love Amumu. He's such a... Ooh! What do we have here?
Oh. Yeah,
So-
to cut off that train of thought, here comes in that Fizz who's going to be dangerous, and Annie, who Zenith played so well last week.
Right, so obviously we know the Annie pick comes from Royal. Tabe loves Annie pick, so I think it's a I learned from the Chinese meta. So obviously Annie pick is going to come in here with Corki. They did play that
Last week,
last
right.
week, like
And
2 weeks ago.
It was fantastic. It was
the
really
same,
strong.
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was Annie, Corki, Caitlyn, and Fiddlesticks. So that's really exciting to see. And a Fizz coming out against what it looks like a Vladimir.
Vladimir? Yeah, we'll see. It
So-
looks like they'll put him in the mid lane, which is not a bad pick up against Fizz. Pull away when he tries to jump on your face.
Yeah, but then again, you know that Fizz is so slippery. You know,
Right.
with that chum the wall. It's late match lineups to see who can actually play better in mid. But yes, Amumu is going to be in this game, so that's going to be really exciting. He's going to bandage toss out, catch somebody out,
Right.
Curse of the Set Mummy coming out as well. And that's going to come in together with the ultimate from Vladimir.
Exactly.
And Dominus from Renekton as well. So they're really going to brush through the entire
Exactly.
team.
Like that's one thing you can really just see right here. If you look past that laning phase, the team fight here is going to be really, really strong for the. Zyra can throw her ult on top of what you just mentioned, and then Caitlyn's going to be shooting people from the outside with that extra range.
Exactly.
That's going to be scary. You don't want to be standing next to that team.
No, and of course, Rio Silva on Vladimir. He is one of the best Vladimir players in Japan, and to give him such a comfort pick is never a good thing. I don't know what Alpha One was thinking, because the 3 bans that they come out with, Kassadin, Jax, and Karthus, is not something that TBM plays at all. At all. They don't play Jax, they don't play Karthus, and they don't play Kassadin much. And obviously Vladimir is huge thing for Rio Silva, and to give that to him is going to be not the best. And to have an Amumu together that's not going to be very fun. But on the other hand, let's take a look at Alpha One. And you see in Annie, it's always a fear. Flash Tibbers! Hey guys, what's up? No, it's Flash Tibbers coming in. You have Sherman with Stan United. He might come in to save anyone, and Fish just jumping in around. Chum the Waters coming in. Corki just with that, he can just stay back and like shoot everyone down. Valkyrie in or out of fights, and Aatrox coming in, bashing people, and with a revive passive.
There's a lot of burst coming in from All For One on this. If you can catch somebody out with that Annie roaming around the map, and you can follow it up with a Fizz and maybe a Corki Triforce and his missile on top of that,
Yeah.
pretty good way to get rid of some of these champions very quickly. Zyra is not exactly a very tanky champion. She'll be walking around the map warding, and if they can catch her in the past the lane phase, that's going to turn team fights already. So, which makes sense. I don't think they want to fight a full-on team fight here. So we'll have to see how they can play that out and take advantage of this. I'm excited because Corki, Annie, lane, they've loved to bully in the past. I'd love to see if they can bully their way through Zyra, who's very defensive.
Yes, so you never want to play against a Zyra, but you don't want to play against an Annie as well, you know. And with the threat of a Aatrox coming in, that is scary. But on the other hand, you have Amumu coming in as well. I know, ladies and gentlemen, that I have a little bit of a mic audio problem. We will try to fix that as soon as we can. So maybe when the game starts, the game has started. So, no.
No, it looks like we very possibly had a problem. We'll be jumping back in very shortly, getting those picks and bans. Same exact thing going through. Oh, nothing ever goes smoothly, does it?
But yeah, hopefully that will... I'm just going to check real quick what happened.
As we take a look at that,
Thing.
I'm sure you all know, but you are in fact watching the JCG Season 3 semifinals or the quarterfinals, because Japanese, those words get really confusing. English, it's pretty easy to tell them apart. But this is the JCG Championship Finals. Will be a best-of-3 match here today between the Beast Mitai and All For One Assault. Just had a little bit of problem with the room, so we're going to jump in very
so
short,
what I've heard
get everything
is
set up.
the game crashed.
Oh.
The client crashed, so we're going to get that started really quickly. So bear with us a little bit. How big is League of Legends in Japan right now? League of Legends is, I would say, fairly very popular here. Fairly popular because we don't have a server yet, but according to what Riot told us, because Riot is in Japan right now, a few of their stuffs is in Japan right now to really set up everything to get everything going. And so what we've heard is that we have our own numbers. Like we think this is the amount of players that is concurrently playing and is in the well, they have an account and stuff like that, but apparently the numbers is way beyond what we think it is. So that's why they are trying to get the, but it's not the easiest, right, to get a localization and server issues here. But yeah, you know, hopefully by the spring next year everything's going to be up and we can have like official NA servers here. So we are back in game, so let's just quickly
we've got
go
it
back
going out. We're
to
going to do the
random
same.
picks.
We're just throwing out random bans at this point because we do know what the picks are going to be. They're going to keep it. Looks like we're going to pick them onto their characters so we don't have to switch, get everything ready to go. So we are getting ready. The Beast Mitai, all for one. Blue team is going to be Shen, Aatrox, Annie, Corki, and Fizz. On the red team, we'll be seeing Zyra Kate, Vladimir, Amumu, and the interior crocodile alligator Renekton.
Do we actually know it's a crocodile alligator?
No, that's
we still debate, right? Yeah.
that's
Maybe
a terrible.
we should ask
That's a wonderful song.
Riot. Yes. So if I still have my audio or mic problems, do let Andreas, aka Karga, or Flying Iotis, know. They're sitting like right across us, so but they're like in their zone, so they don't even care. Like I'm talking to
Delete all
them.
the spam.
But yeah, let them know if I still have any problems. So
Zoned
and they
in
will
face.
try their best to fix it. But we aren't playing on any server. But yes, we are about to start game. We're just letting the clock time out and stuff like that.
And stuff like that.
And stuff
Indeed.
like that. When you have nothing else to say, you say stuff like that.
I don't think that's true. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it for today. Yeah.
But yes, Corey.
Yes.
Yes, Corey Swanson.
It's
I like
Swanson.
The last Swanson.
I'm so hurt. I didn't say anything the first time, but
Fine, Corey Swanson.
oh, thanks. Oh.
Swanson, Mr. Swanson, how are you today, Mr. Swan? Just kidding. Yes,
Oh, dear.
we love to fight each other. And he's a teacher too, you know what I'm saying? But yes. And it's Ferlin, not Fairlin.
I'm sorry. I'll do my best.
Ferlin.
Ever met in my life. So
Ferlin.
we'll do what we can.
Yoshimi. You can just call me Yoshimi.
Ferlin. Can I just call you Yoshi?
No.
No? Not okay?
I don't know what was that.
I-
That was so weird. I'm sorry. You look like a teacher too, someone said. Andrea just tell me he looks like a teacher too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I felt overdressed. So
He didn't tell me he was gonna wear like suit and tie with the shirt and tie. I would like come with like something. I just look at me. I'm like, let's go to JCG tonight.
nothing wrong with that. So we are counting down. It's about 1.5 minutes away from getting into this game because we do have a delay. And we are going to jump. I'm excited. The whole Season 3 has been building up to this. In Japan, our seasons, you might say, wait, didn't the Season 2 championship just happen? Yes, it did. The seasons here have been moving very quickly.
Yeah, the seasons move very quickly because
They're
it's
very
different
short.
for us. We have 4 seasons in a year. This is the first year that JCG has been doing this. So a complete season is in a year, a span of a year. And in that year, there's 4 different seasons to make sure that people are new and fresh and there are new players coming in and out of the games. And the Premier League is actually the top tier, and then there's the Master League below that and the Open Class, which we do every Thursday for everyone. Bronze, silver, or gold, you can play in the Open Class. If you're Japanese, obviously.
Like you can communicate effectively
in
with your
Japanese.
team in Japanese.
Because these are not teams, these are just individual players. Every week just coming here to, have fun with the other Japanese players.
So, and I do think that's really cool. You mentioned it's a chance for kind of people to rotate. We've got our Premier League, we've got our Master League, And at the end of the season, the top teams in the Master League can then rotate up into the Premier League and get a chance to play at that highest level. And so with the short seasons and with just trying to get LoL more popular here in Japan, I think that's a really good way to get more and more people involved.
Yeah, because JCG is all about the community. We want to service the players because we are players ourselves. So, the people in JCG just wants to make sure that there's a competitive scene that's not officially Riot because Riot's not here yet. So, we want to make sure that the scene is kept going and all that. So, yeah, we are just about loading into game. I apologize again if there's still mic audio problems. Apparently, Corey's one is okay. Now it's my turn.
Who knows? Who knows indeed?
No idea, but yeah, so yeah, I mean, if I have problems, just let Mr. Andreas Karga, that's opposite me, know that there's still some problems going on, so we can get that fixed.
Yeah, so we're getting everybody loaded up here. Gonna see some fun skins this game.
Yay!
Pool Party Renekton, Imumu, Bloodlord Vladimir, Arctic Warfare Caitlyn, and Wildfire. That's a 5-skin team over here.
Yay! Full skin.
For the Beast Mitai.
Super excited.
And there's only 3 for All for One.
Banned. You're banned. How can you
if
not
we're
have
just going by
skins?
skins, GG Beast Mitai wins the skin championship. However, not that easy.
Not that easy. But I actually really like TBM's team composition today. So as we seen before just now, as we go into game,
We'll get that up here on the screen for you.
okay, so there's a quick pause here, but let's quickly go through the games here. So is everything okay? Okay, so as we quickly wait for the pause time to get everything okay, so for Alpha 1, Karidui here. Karidui and Shen at the top. In jungle, we have Sneal and Aatrox. Mid, we have BD Dreamer on Fizz. And in the bot lane, we have Type 89 on Corki. And support is going to be Rochetta on Annie. And of course, on TBM, the top lane is going to be Terade-san on Renekton. In the jungle, it's going to be Mato-san on Amumu. And the mid lane is going to be another than Rio Silva on his favorite, Vladimir. And in the bot lane, it will be Damemitai on Caitlyn, as well as his support player and 9240 on Zyra. As we try to mix everything okay, and we did. High five,
We
Corey.
got it. I don't know why the resolution reset.
You guys cannot see that. I just high five Corey, and he did not high five me back. I don't want to high five you anymore.
All right.
The time is over.
So we're just making sure everybody's getting into game here. We've got summoners connecting, reconnecting, disconnecting, connecting. So in the meantime, let's get everything ready to go. I don't know why. Resolution should be fixed now. It should be in colorblind mode for those of you who enjoy it that way. We've got our blue team and our red team. And he goes down here. Right.
Yes. Yay, we got that. So we're just gonna wait for the players as they coming back into game. Corey's laughing at me. I don't know why, but yeah. So we're gonna wait for them to come into the game, but we have made the.
Well, this is.
I don't know what's happening too.
We've got them reconnecting. This is always fun. You can see who is speedy in buying their items. He has his Doran shield, and Amumu is ready to get into that jungle with his machete and pots. Aatrox starting with the Dorans, one of the few junglers you can really feel safe starting that Doran's blade on because of the lifesteal. And Zyra picked up a ward.
Looks like we are going back into game, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the JCG Premier League Season 3 Finals. On the blue side, we have TBM, All for One, my bad. And on the red side, we have TBM, the Beast Mitai. And this is going to be a best of 3 series. My name is Ferlin Yoshimi, and with me here today is Corey Swanson, my co-caster.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's see what happens. Last week, All for One really liked invading into the river. We'll see if they do anything. They've already caught each other out in the mid lane. Caitlyn is getting engaged on by Aatrox. Barrier and flash burned as the ignite comes out. Looks like he will get away from that. This is why you don't face check that bush at level 1.
So that very simply, we know that Karido-san Shen was previously on TBM, and they know the movements of how TBM likes to walk. And Caitlyn basically got caught out. You don't want to have your ADC get caught out so early, burning both of your summoners, the Flash and the Barrier, which means that Aatrox has a huge opening to come in to gank that bot lane really early on.
Yeah, and so what was good there is they did blow both of those summoners. One Ignite came out from All For One, but it was Shen's Ignite. You're not really going to see Shen going all in a lot in the top lane, so if you're missing anybody's Ignite, Shen's is not the worst one to be missing. So, and you actually saw them go check out the red buff of the Beast Mitai, and they put in that deep ward for any lane swaps.
So that's a very Korean move. We see that ward coming out from the Korean teams a lot, but as we see, the red buff is just going to be taken by Aatrox. And it just looks like there's no invade going to happen. But obviously here you have Aatrox. Ooh!
Oh!
A huge turnaround! We have Caitlyn who just sniped off that red buff. A huge mistake coming in for All For One there. So a good trade, I would say. Yes, she lost her flash. Yes, she lost her barrier, but she got red buff from an Aatrox so early in the game. Well played, Caitlyn.
So Beast Mitai doing a really good job of getting that ward on red buff so they had vision. And because he got help from his team, he was looking to save his smite for the blue buff, which meant Caitlyn, and beautiful timing from Dame Mitai there, were able to take that with a perfectly timed Q.
Beautiful. So here we go. Vision is so important, you know. Very, very important in the game. But we can see already bot lane. So obviously with her stun coming up, that's always something that you're afraid of. But they can't push too hard to be quick. Huge burst damage coming up from both Corki and Annie. It's going to be a tough lane for Necton down there.
Yeah, he's going to have to do his best to farm under turret with Q, but he might not have any health left to do that. As we see Amumu maybe looking to do something in the mid lane here. Aatrox is close by.
Aatrox is right behind him, doesn't see him there, so they don't know that Amumu is there. But Amumu is actually pinging everywhere on there right now. So, but tell me about this lane swap coming in.
So yeah, this is interesting. We can actually see both, if you want to say mid laners, are in the top lane. Both AP characters are up there, which actually works out, I think, for both of them. In the mid lane, however, we do see the swaps coming out. Shen in the middle is going to be playing against that Caitlyn and Zyra. And Renekton in the bot lane. This is not going to be a good situation for either of those solo laners.
Right, because you know Shen, he doesn't have a lot of wave clear abilities. And so to be coming up against both a Zyra and a Caitlyn, that's never easy. And you can see already, Aatrox is babying the entire lane. He's been there the entire time. He has no way he can go out and roam and farm and possibly take out ganks. And early in the game, tower dives to make sure to get their first blood. First blood is not taken out yet, but Aatrox finally is coming down to get the golems. Looks like it. I don't know what is his plan, but he needs to get going because he's losing out on a lot of CS here.
So that middle turret already dropping to 700 HP. Shen looked like he was going to back, but they're pushing so hard. Caitlyn with that wave clear. They're just going to keep that wave on the turret, and it's going to go down very quick here. And sure enough, there it is. We're not 5 minutes into the game, and that is the first turret of the game going to the Beast Mitai.
So a great early game advantage for the Beast Mitai now, and you can see All For One gathering up at the bot lane with 3 people. Aatrox coming to join the party, trying to counter and take back that one turret advantage that they lost out to TBM early in the game. But Amumu is obviously there as well. Turret is getting chomped down by Corki. Looks like a few more waves and that might go down if there's no other plays coming out from TBM.
But so you can actually see the Beast Mitai is going to now send Zyra and Caitlyn down into that bot lane. They have attempted to swap the lanes now that they have that turret.
Yeah, so yeah, but look at it. Okay. Sorry. A little bit of a problem with me in the backstage here. Okay, let's continue with the game.
So as I was saying, we do have Caitlyn Zyra coming back into this bot lane. That's going to let them hold on to that turret and really try and make the most of that advantage. They're going to stay up one turret for a while here. While the top lane, you have Vladimir pushing, just out-sustaining Fizz. Obviously, Fizz is not a sustained champion. So Vladimir's doing a really good job of just keeping the pressure up there. Aatrox does look like he's making his way up there. We'll see if he can make anything happen.
Right, and you can already see the CS leads coming out from a lot. So Vladimir is leaps and bounds ahead of Fizz with CS right now, 40 to 22. The ADCs are still keeping it very even, which is a good thing because Caitlyn is now back with her both her summoners, but she did get the red buff at the beginning. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Red buff at the beginning. Obviously, Corki doing a good job keeping up with that CS. But the huge thing coming out here is going to be Real Silva on Vladimir with a huge CS that he has over Fizz right now.
And so one thing I find interesting already is that I was really looking for Type 89 and, how do I want to say this, Ricochet? I'm not used to his new account name.
Ricochet, yeah.
I was really looking forward to them playing a very aggressive lane, and they were able to when they had Renekton down there. Now that it's up against this Caitlyn and Zyra, they're getting zoned off of their turret, taking a lot of damage.
Oh!
However, Shen has hit 6. He's going to teleport ultimate into this. The taunt just misses, but will it be enough? Ignite ticking on Zyra.
First blood coming out for Shen right there. A flash coming out from... But the fight still goes on. They still want more blood. It looks like no one's going to take away anything from that. So we saw Annie coming out with the flash, but what happened was that she was not level 6 yet. Rio Shadow on Annie was not level 6 yet, so she couldn't pull off that flash Tibbers. And that was what was too late because Shen with his Stand United came in way too late on that.
That was really good team communication. Renekton actually making his way.
Ace in the hole comes in from Caitlyn and shuts down. No shut down, but snipes off Annie at the end. Chum the Water's coming out from Fizz, not hitting anyone.
And they
Amumu
catch
comes in.
Amumu. He's trying to pick him up. Will it be enough? Amumu is not going to go down. Fizz looking for the kill. However, Caitlyn and Renekton following this up. Fizz will pick up Amumu. Looks like everybody else from All For One might be able to get away. Renekton is not done though.
BD Dreamer is in a really... Renekton is chasing after him with that stun coming out. Oh, and Caitlyn from behind just snipes it away. Another kill for Caitlyn right there. So Caitlyn is huge right now. She's 2-0 right now.
That was really well played. It was a lot of back and forth that all started with the flash from Annie setting up the stun and Shen coming down with the Stand United. I don't know if it was worth it.
Yes, it was very chaotic to be honest with you. So that was not very good with either
And
side.
it's not over, ladies and gentlemen. They catch out Renekton in the bush. He's going to go down. Aatrox has to flash away to keep his life intact. Wow.
Yeah, so
We're 3 kills apiece.
So that was very careless play from Renekton. So they were very overconfident. They were like, yeah, we got that kill, so we're good to go. Nope, the other team, All For One, was there to answer that, and he basically sacrificed his life for that. A brilliant flash from Aatrox, not necessarily needed because he has his blood well. He still has passive on, so he didn't need to flash out of that. But regardless, that is a summoner's down for Aatrox.
Yeah, so I think actually his passive might have popped in those earlier fights. And so that's why he was just worried, making sure he wasn't going to take that last hit, give up anything careless there. He might have been fine regardless. We'll never know. In any case, we're going to just try and get everything reset here after a very, very
long, drawn-out fight. But you can see already in the bottom jungle for All For One, there's a lot of wards coming out from TBM. A pink ward coming out over at the red buff too, so not a lot of vision coming out from All For One onto TBM's jungle, but on the other side, there's a lot of vision coming out from that. But 3-3 already, and it's all because of that Annie flash. So a huge long drawn out fight, but 3-3 in the end. But we can see TBM coming out on top because they have a 2k goal lead over All For One right now. So let's take a look at the items. Tell me what's going on there.
So Shen has actually just gone back. He's picked up a Kindle Gem as one of his early items for the cooldown reduction. And with him out of lane, actually, there goes the top turret. Vlad doing a really good job of pushing that down. Renekton building straight into that Sunfire. That'll be completed very soon here. And if we take a look at the AD carries, we're going to see Corki has 2 of 3 items for his Trinity Force, and Caitlyn looks to be possibly building for that early Bloodthirster to keep her damage output up.
So I think everyone is really confused right now as to what's happening because there's a lot of rope coming in.
We were talking about getting caught out. That was the other version of it, as Annie gets caught out by an angry alligator and the rest of the team down there in the bot lane.
A lot was popped there. Dominus was popped as well. Curse of the Set Mummy was popped as well, and now everybody is going to roam down to Dragon and get that. There is not a lot of contest coming in from No I Lie. T Alpha 1 is right behind, taking out, trying to snipe away that. Oh!
They've got a lot of health, but it's disappearing. Zyra ultimate comes out. Who is going to come up on top of this? Shen has ulted into this fight again, and this does not look good for the Beast Mitai. Zyra flashing away. Caitlyn's going to have to try and run from this Corki, from this Shen. Looks like they will get away.
Action non-stop. So, out of all of that, I don't even know who got Dragon. My bet is that Alpha 1 got Dragon and got that kill off of that as well, so that's a good thing for them. A Dragon as well as a 2 kill. That's really good. And now they're going to chomp down on this mid turret, which is going to give them the first turret of the game. And more importantly, it's going to be the middle turret for them. So that's really good. It's a huge comeback for Alpha 1 right there. So they have narrowed down their goal disadvantage to a 1k goal disadvantage right now. A mid turret going down for them as well. That's really, really good. They have a lot more control over the game right now. That dragon fight was incredible.
Right, and so actually it was Sneal on Aatrox at the end of that fight. Did manage to pick up the dragon for his team all for one. So with that dragon and with the turret they managed to pick up in mid lane, that gold difference is now back down to only 1,000.
Right, but B Dreamer is having a very, very tough time against Real Silver's Vladimir, as expected, because he's so comfortable. Aatrox is behind. He's about to wind up that. They are going in very hard on him. I don't know if Cham the Waters is up yet, but it looks like they are going hard on this. Flash out coming out from Fizz. Oh, and Real Silver does take down Aatrox. It's going to be a double kill coming out from Real Silver. Oh my god.
That was fantastic play. He realized he had a long lane in front of him, and he's got 122 farm to Fizz's 53, using just the Haunting Guise and the Doran's Shield.
Oh, I mean, he has more coming out from her. Tibbers comes out from Annie, but she looks like a health just getting chomped down straight away, and that is going to be a death for Caitlyn from Annie with the help of Shen. Wow. Okay, wait. Let's wind back to Real Silver on that double kill.
In the top lane there, getting ganked from behind, so deep in that lane. There was no way he was getting away, so he made the decision to turn and fight. And with just the magic penetration from that Haunting Guise, doing so much damage, landing his ultimate on both champions.
Wow, a double
Picks up
kill.
a double kill in a 1-for-2 situation.
That just shows how much he knows the champion. He is so comfortable with that. He knows how much damage that he can put out. And here we go. There's going to be more fights coming out of the bot lane. Terada-san is so punished for his attack aggressiveness on Shen with Corki coming back in. Non-stop action. And look at that. The kills are still 6.
It's hard to even keep up. There is so much happening in this game. As you were mentioning, Fizz having kind of a rough time. We mentioned the farm. Vladimir's almost twice as much up with his farm compared to the only 68 on Fizz. Fizz is getting a chance now. He's all alone in that top lane, picking up some farm, but Caitlyn will go meet him. Meanwhile, the AD carries have completed their first big item. Of course, that will be Trinity Force on Corki, and Caitlyn picking up that Bloodthirster. Meanwhile, Vladimir just doing what he can to keep every single lane pushed. Rio Silva.
Chum the Waters comes out from Fizz. He is going in very strong. Sinanade comes in as well. They want this kill, but the turret aggro is very, very, very aggressive on Shen right there. They are going to take down this kill, and who's going to take? It's going to go to Fizz for that kill. But look at that, so much turret aggro coming up for both of them, and Kariri-san on Shen is so low right now. And
Yeah,
look at
that
Renekton is smelling blood. He wants this kill. I don't think he's gonna get it because Fizz is very, very slippery.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Vladimir is down here with Zyra. Annie trying. He's able to clear out some of those wards, but I don't think they're going to be able to fight right now. However, as soon as I say that, here comes the ultimate. Flash is blown everywhere. Everybody going really low. And Corki does pick up the kill. That is one dead vampire.
Well, he is going down, so that's going to be really, really good for them because they need to shut that. So strong, and that kill also went to type 89. So that's really, really good for them because they want the Corki to get kills and to make sure he skills really, really well.
Annie getting out of that, getting hit with the Vlad ultimate, was recalling there with 37 HP.
Very close indeed. So let's take stock of what's going on with the goal and the kill lead. So it's an 8-6 right now, and the goal is so even right now. It's a 1k goal lead, yes, for TBM, but with the kill lead for All For One. So what do you think? What does both team need to do right now?
Well, at this point, they've got to keep applying that pressure. The bot lane you can see here, actually 3 members down here. They're going to try and take this turret, and sure enough, there it goes. You know, it sounds really cliche, but a lot of it's going to come down to vision. You've got a lot of wards out in the bot lane river, but there's no real wards anywhere else on the map. Pause here, make sure, looks like we might have a disconnect. Have to get that up and working. One thing,
looks like the client might have
we're
crashed
missing
for a
half of
little
the
while.
team, but as they get that back into the client, one thing I think is interesting to point out here, Shen built...
Just go back to the studios first while we have the... Let's go back quick to the studios as we get this pause set up because I don't think they're going to come back really, really soon, especially with that. All right.
So, and a lot of
Also,
things, one thing I was saying I wanted to point out, Shen, a lot of times you see building that Sunfire cape, which gives him that really good split push ability because without it, Shen doesn't really push waves.
No, so
however, he's
very
opted
slow.
for the Spirit Visage here first, which, yes, there's a Vladimir with the penetration. Amumu does reduce your magic resistance as well with his passive.
But
We'll
he
have to
knows,
see if
right?
it
He
pays
knows
off.
there's a lot of things coming
Right.
in from TBM that they really want to stop.
He's 1-0-5, so it's...
Him, that's for sure. He doesn't have a lot of wave clear, that's for sure. But we are going back into the game, so let's just quickly go back into the game mode. All right, so looks like the game is going to be continued, but I want to point out that Rio Silva on Vladimir is very, very strong right now, and they need to make sure that he's out of the team fights all the time and to shut that Amumu down because he's coming in with perfect bandage tosses as well as the curse of the sad mummy.
So we just saw a ping coming up from the Beast Mitai. They know that dragon is going to be up here in about 10 seconds. We'll have to see how they position for it. In fact, there's Caitlyn using her ace in the hole to put some damage down, make sure that they have the advantage going into this dragon fight. And there it is. They push out mid lane, and all members of the Beast Mitai are going to rotate down to this dragon. Ping's coming out. They see Annie clearing wards. Shen's ultimate is available, so he will be able to push that top lane and come in when he's needed. However, looks like they might just let him have this, as Fizz and Corki have opted instead to push the mid lane really hard.
So this is always something when you're considering going for a dragon. It's either we'll give up a dragon, but we're gonna take something out of it. But look at that! Pterodactyl is going very hard onto Annie, and he takes down Annie, but he's going to be a dead crocodile or alligator. And a Amumu bandage toss comes out as well. Flash curse to the Mitai gets the kill off of Fizz.
That was nice, giving it to their AD carry. 3-2-2, and now just trying to run them off. It's only Vlad and Amumu up there trying to keep that top safe. The turret does go down, and
Worth
looks
it?
like we're just going to recall.
What do you think? Worth it? Because that's a dragon for a turret. I would say worth it, but they lost 2 players out of that too, so that's not very fun for them. But look at that. Going in hard onto the inner turret in the mid
Yeah, I
lane.
think I don't know if that was exactly the right call. I don't know if they would have been able to contest that dragon simply because of the team fight presence. But they didn't get that mid turret. They've lost their own mid turret in the exchange. And the gold lead is now 3.5 grand in favor of the Beast Mitai.
So that definitely is going to go to TBM because they came out on top. They got dragon, they got inner middle turret, so that's really, really good for them. And on the counter side, Alpha One only got that top turret for that, and that's not the best deal when you lose your inner middle turret. And so TBM is going to go very aggressive on them right now because they know they have such a huge turret lead. And when if it comes to League of Legends with this meta, it's always about the objectives. If you lose so much of your turret, you're going to lose a lot of control over the game. And over time, that's going to just equivalent into goal lead, global advantage. Look at Amumu's getting caught up by 3 members. Take this away.
All right. Well, there's not a whole lot to say because Amumu completely disappears. Amumu only with the spirit of the ancient golem, and he's building towards an eventual locket. But at the moment, he is not the tank you want or the tank you need. He disappears. That's going to be a push on this middle turret.
It's not going to look very good.
Not a very good push because they do a good job of clearing it out.
And look at the ace in the hole from Caitlyn does so much damage. They need to keep that Caitlyn at bay, especially with that bloodthirster that she got going on there.
It is fully stacked currently.
Very scary indeed. They need Corki. Type 89.
Once again, though, they're looking for blood. They catch out Vladimir, the anti-stun, the Shen ultimate. They might let him walk away from this as they know the rest of the Beast Mitai is coming in from the backside. They might look to get the blue at the back end of this, and
that is a bad decision. Look at that. Real Silver on Vladimir just blood pulls away from all the CC that came out from that. So Tibbers is down as well. That's a huge thing. If Tibbers is down, that's going to be terrible.
So yeah, that was Shen Stand United being blown for that. And Annie does actually still have the bear available. No, she doesn't. What?
I just said that.
Well, I know,
Tibbers
but the
will work
display
on-
said-
Oh, because he's still active.
I'm stupid.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, so yeah, that was a lot blown and not a whole lot coming from it.
Well, the blue buff, yay!
However, you see they came back and they have traded blue buffs.
Yeah, so that's not... I mean, to burn both huge CCs, ultimates, both Stand United and Tibbers, for a blue buff that was basically taken away from you, that's not a good sign for All For One right now.
So the Beast Mitai really wants to press this advantage. Shen is unable now to split push because he cannot be away from the rest of his team. And there's no worry of an Annie showing up to drop a bear on your face, at least for the time being. It's
So
about
now they're
halfway
going to
off
push
the cooldown.
into the inhibitor turret. Oh,
The
a flash taunt
from
coming out!
Shen. Beautiful. And there's the Zyra ultimate. They're fighting so close to this turret. That might actually be Shen going down. A lot of damage coming up from Rio Silva. And Renekton is not done, diving really hard, taking a lot of turret aggro. He's going to have to back away from that. But that's going to be a 1-for-0, and they get half of that first top inhibitor turret.
Renekton and Rio Silva on Vladimir. They make such a beautiful combo there. So that's a very dead Shen. And if you have Shen, that's going down so fast as their main tank, that's not fun.
No,
If you're-
at this
if you're
point,
Shen.
Shen is now working towards that Sunfire. Renekton actually just completing his Spirit Visage. So once you're Renekton and you have a Spirit Visage and your Sunfire cape, you're pretty scary.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. So the only person that's getting kills in as well as both Annie and Corki being support and ADC
Getting
the
a lot of
same amount
assists
of
on
kills.
those,
Yeah, so but one thing is that every team member has on them. So that's one thing to kind of a glimmer of hope for them. Look at it. Renekton is getting caught out by both. Chum the Water misses a beautiful flash coming out from Renekton there to flash out of that Chum the Waters. So that's Chum the Waters down for Mr. Fizz there.
And again, as you can see in the upper left corner, the Dragon timer lets us know Dragon is up in 20 seconds. And once again, both teams positioning around that Dragon pit. Will it play out differently this time? Shen in the top lane, his Stand United is available. He'll be able to jump down. They should know that All for One is standing here. They do clear out the ward as the dragon pops up right now. Will they just be able to take it so quickly? Looks like that's the case. Absolutely nothing All for One can do.
No, they don't even want to contest that. They don't want to go up against that Vladimir as well as the Renekton. So what I want to point out here is that Aatrox, Neil on Aatrox, he loves to do support champions. He doesn't like to do support jungle. He likes to have support items on his jungle. So he likes to have that Oracle. As you see now, Aatrox has that Oracles again for the team. Rio Cheddar on Annie, on support, he never buys Oracle. Never. So what they do is they like to have Sneel on jungle, always getting that Oracles. I don't know if that's like the best thing. Obviously, because you're a jungler, you can roam around and clear as much water as you can. But you want to have that a little bit more sustain coming out from your jungler as well. And I mean, look at what he's buying. This is very, very standard for Mr. Sneel right here. He loves boots of mobility regardless of what he plays, and he will always have a Doran Slay. So I don't know if that's reading your opponent, but he's very, very comfortable with what he buys, and it's always very standard for him. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's a very, very standard jungle Aatrox build we see coming out here. And you mentioned the picking up the oracles. That's really nice. It takes some of that gold burden off of your support. This game has become so much about vision here in Season 3, which means a lot of junglers and a lot of supports just don't have the money to keep building anything else. You can actually see Annie picking up the oracles for her team now to go with her Sightstone and boots. And I'd be willing to bet her item pool is going to look like that for quite a while. Zyra, not that much different. She's got a little extra health with the Ruby Crystal.
And the boots of mobility. That's interesting to see Zyra on boots of mobility.
Wanting to get around that map. She's doing actually a really good job of being everywhere.
She really is. She's not getting a lot of assists coming out from it, but you can... Corki also has his Sorcerer's Boots being completed. That's really the very basic for Corki nowadays, to have that Sorcerer's Shoes as well as the Trinity Force.
Right, just a lot of magic damage coming out from your attack damage carry.
Right.
The biggest thing I think at this point is you have a lot of very similar lanes. Vladimir, 100 farm up, 251 to 149 versus Fizz, which just means he's going to have the extra money. He's got the Rylai's and the Leandries for the extra damage with the flow coming out from Rylai's. That's not a Vladimir you want to meet.
The Band-Aid Torch misses! Ooh, but Renekton
however,
is coming
doesn't.
in. Flash coming out from Zyra, but doesn't manage to catch anyone. Timber is coming out as well, but that's a very chaotic fight that doesn't end up in anything, actually.
Just can't get any of those skill shots down. Zyra missed by just the width of a single vine, I think, there.
I think he hit, I'm not sure, because Tibbers was released from
Tibbers
Annie, so
getting
maybe.
in the way there.
Probably, yeah. It's like, Tibbers, protect me! But yeah, so nothing came out of that. A lot being thrown out, actually. Tibbers was down. Actually, no, just Tibbers, actually, so...
Yeah, so what's scary about that is the Beast Mitai has all of their ultimates up and ready to go. That was
Another
them
turret
looking for an
coming.
engage. I'd be interested to see if they try and engage here. However, Renekton is in the bot lane.
So of all that craziness, Shen actually managed to get the bottom turret down. So the turret advantage has been narrowed down to 3 to 5. Look at that, 5 members going in. Oh, and they catch out Rio Silva. This looks pretty good. Nope, I'm lying. Everyone's going down. All the ultimates coming up right there as well. All for one getting... Actually, they're going really good on this 3 for 1 now. And they're going in. Double kill coming out from Fizz right there. But look at that. Renekton is following up on that Fizz. Ooh, but he jumps away just in time. Doesn't look like they're going to get anything else out of that.
Really good engage by All for One. They recognize the opportunity to engage on not the whole team for the Beast Mitai. And the one thing I guess the Beast Mitai has going for them in that fight, it looked like it would have turned out much worse for them. And they threw out a lot of damage. The members of All for One Assault getting away with very low health. But in the end, it's a 4 for 2 in favor of All for One. 14 kills to 11. Gold at about 5,000. So it's been the Dragon, the extra towers in favor of... Excuse me, in favor of the Beast Mitai.
Yeah, so that was... So what happened there is that Mr. Rio Silva got caught out by 4 members nonetheless. So that's a huge power loss coming out from the Beast Mutai, but a good fight coming out from Alpha One obviously. So now they're on turret. They have an advantage on the kill score.
And you can actually see Renekton and Shen battling it out. Shen knows he has help coming. Renekton unfortunately does not. Here comes Chum the Waters coming up from Fizz. The damage going down on Renekton. Will it be enough? It should be. Aatrox joining the fight. No, he won't even get there in time for the assist. Fizz picking up another kill. Fizz now 6-3-5.
Fizz now 6-3-5. So he's the only one really getting a lot of the kills in their team actually. And my mouse has just died on me. Beautiful.
So, the Beast Mutai doing a good job of pushing in that mid lane.
Okay, but
that's all that's going to come.
That's all that's going to come out of that. So 15-11, still a 5K goal advantage for the Beast Mutai. Yes, they are down in kills, but look at that. They have 2 turrets advantage up and a 5,000 goal lead. So they're doing well, and Dragon is now live. The next objective for both teams is going to be Dragon, but looks like Alpha One is going to reach there first, and this is not going to be contested by TBM because they're way too far away, and hopefully they can get away in time. Yes, they will be.
Finally a Dragon for Alpha One.
Yay!
And they didn't even have to fight for it.
No, so that's really good because I know. And TBM basically just got there too late, and this is all about timing.
Right, so they're just doing their best to try and keep that gold lead close, and I think with those timers and managing to stay alive here, they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, so I think the next thing they want to go for is a Baron, I think. I'm not sure, because Japanese people, they don't like to have that Baron dance. They don't like it. Japanese players, as far as I know, they don't want to play level 1 fights. They don't want to take Barons.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is you live by the Baron, you die by the Baron, and in this situation, I do not blame them for not wanting to pull out a dragon fight.
Yeah,
or,
and
excuse me, Baron.
Yeah, if you follow the EU LCS, you would know what I'm talking about. EU LCS is all about dragons. Sorry, Barons. It's all about, yeah, living by the Baron and dying by the Baron. If you lose that Baron dance, you basically lose the game. That's like the EU motto. They will fight to the death for the Baron, and they will lose the game for the Baron. But yeah, they want to clear all the vision that's coming out. So Alpha One actually has the vision advantage on Baron right now, so they have the advantage if they want to start Baron, but they cannot finish Baron without TBM noticing, that's for sure.
Right, so at this point, it's just Shen in the bot lane. He was pushing that out. He's going to actually recall, pick up some more items for him as Vladimir gets all that farm for himself. Vladimir just about to break 300 now. And pings coming out towards Baron. I think this is just going to be a wards clearing expedition, but we'll have to see. That's going to have to wait until we get back into the game. Another pod's coming out. Who disconnected this time?
Ooh.
A summoner has disconnected.
Alright, let's go back to studio for a bit first, just to make sure we don't leave you guys hanging. So yeah, we're back here. We're just waiting for the game to be unpaused because, yeah, I think there's a lot of problem with the NA system today. I'm not sure because the game actually crashed a couple of times, so maybe that's a problem with the server today. I'm not sure. I haven't played League all day today.
Yeah, so we do have them connecting. We should hopefully be jumping back in here pretty quick. Excuse me. Oh dear, don't laugh at me, Jimmy. So we're getting in here.
You know what? You know, you've been saying Alpha One all day. I was like, you know what? I was gonna take this tonight, but
A summoner
TBM is just showing up. This goes to show that, you know, experience with your teammates for a long time is huge. I mean, they know how to feed off each other, and I'm really surprised by how Mado-san is playing today. So Mado-san on Amumu, it's his first time playing with TBM actually, and I'm very surprised by how he's doing today. A beautiful place on Amumu. I mean, I don't expect them to actually get Amumu, but they got him, so... Okay,
all right, well, we're back in
to the
game, so let's get this started as we do play. Nobody's actually going to go clear wards on Baron.
So the game has been resumed. Everyone says like, I'm getting out of this game, I'm getting back to this game. So that's really a little bit crazy, but
All right. So we are back. Welcome back. And not a whole lot happening right now.
yeah, no, because I think everyone just got back to the game. They're like, okay, let's chill out, and
Get our
let's see what's
bearings on.
happening. You know, they don't want to be like, oh, fight happening, oh, fight happening.
Balance
no.
our lanes out. And yeah, once again, Shen in that bottom lane, he does have the Sunfire now, so he's going to be able to split push effectively while his team can continue to push in this mid lane. Dance a little bit around Baron. We'll see if that happens at any point in the near future.
Annie actually getting herself another amplifying tome, so that's really good for her. She finally got something other than wards, and more wards. But talk to me about a little bit about the item matchup here
Well,
before we go into another crazy fight.
one thing you actually just saw Renekton slicing and dicing extremely aggressively. He's got Sunfire, he's got Ninja Tabi, he's got the Spirit Visage, and he's got the Randuin. He's not going to take a lot of damage, and so that gives him the ability to play very aggressively. All he has to do is catch one person out with that stun, and his team will be there to follow up.
And we have Vladimir with the Hourglass completed as well. So it's a very scary looking TBM right now.
Red team's
But on the
turret
counter
has
side,
been
it's
destroyed.
look at that. They are starting on the Baron. They are starting. Look at that. Shen is so far up on the bottom lane right there. But All For One is going to come in on this. They want a piece of that. Oh, start me off of this.
All right, here comes the Shen Stand United onto Aatrox, who goes into the whole team. We have a very, very disjointed fight here as Corki is all by his lonesome, only got a little bit of support there. Caitlyn doing a really good job getting over the wall, picks up the Fizz kill, and he looks to die to the Vladimir ultimate. Aatrox passive is popped in the middle of it all. Caitlyn will be there to finish him off. Double kill for Caitlyn. That's going to be a 4 for nothing at this point. They're looking to make it an ace. Renekton, the bandage toss is going to catch on. Will Shen have enough health to get away? Renekton does not care about the turret. However, looks like Shen will get away. That's going to be the only positive here.
Wow. So yeah, they came in. So TBM came into the fight late. So sorry, All For One came into the fight, but that was such a
Team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
chaotic fight for them right there. They split up the entire team and left so many of them alone for Caitlyn to actually pick them up one by one. That was such a bad decision for All For One to split the team up that way.
And now with those death timers still ticking off, they are going to head back up to the Baron. If you excuse me here for just a moment, going to take some of the music down. It sounds like it's pretty loud out there. As they start up on this Baron, will All For One be able to make it up there in time? The
TPM
health
is
bars
looking very, very, very
are
low
very
here.
low.
And Baron is not going down as fast as... No, Baron is going down really fast. They do get the Baron, but look at that. Karidori-san is in the middle of them. He's going down really fast too. He's not going to survive. He's not going to take anything off of that. And gets slain by none other than the support, actually. Goes down to the support. Oh, Karidori-san. Well, you know, you live by the Baron and die by the Baron.
Shen diving in real hard, trying to make something happen. Unfortunately, his team was not there to back them up. They might have been able to do something with the health bars so low, but a single Shen in a sea of champions with real damage, yeah, not going to go so well. So that will be the Baron going to the Beast Mitai. They're Baroned up here, got the little purple orbs floating around. That's going to snowball the gold lead now. We're just over 8,000 gold. And they're going to go back, use that Baron money for some shiny new toys.
I can't believe Karidori-san just dived in that way. I mean, it's basically a split second decision. He's like, I'm going to go in. I don't care, you know?
I think he thought he had his team coming, and like you said, his health just went away so quickly.
And everyone was so low, and he just would jump down. So I'm really surprised that he went in that quickly without really analyzing what's happening around him. So Dragon is up, and TBM is on top of it. Dragon was live right up, and they're on top of it. And look at that, All For One is nowhere near the Dragon. No problem getting that Dragon down. I mean, the items is...
Ooh, sneaky here.
Oh, the death. Oh, Terada-san. I'm...
Renekton, your team is very far away, Tenadas.
Honestly,
One
I want to
step.
see who gets this kill. No. Jump in on him really quickly. He didn't even see that coming. They are on the jump the waters. I don't know if the Tumbler Walls actually hit him or not, but Fizz does get the kill.
Well, it paid off. Doesn't always pay off, but sometimes you just gotta play hide and seek. And when they were found, Renekton was not in a happy place. His whole team had backed after that dragon.
I have no idea what just happened. He went back and he's like, I'm gonna try and clear this wave. And it's like, surprise!
You could actually see the hesitation
Yeah.
from All for One there. They almost let him walk away, probably thinking his team was in tow. And then he came back again all by himself, and they decided, well,
He's here.
gotta do it now. He's in our bush.
We're not gonna let him go, but
They might lose
comment
map
on that
control, but
moment
they
number
don't
one
lose
today.
bush control.
nope. Brush, death brush for Renekton right there. Well, I mean, yes, they got a kill off of that, and it went to Fizz again, so it's a 7-4-5 Fizz. I'm actually very disappointed in Type 89 this game.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of farming. He's 3-2-9, so it's not an awful score. We just haven't really seen him. He hasn't had the opportunity to really shine. Last week it was a lot of him doing really well in team fights, and they just don't have that great a team fight this time compared to the Beast Mitai. On top of that, you say we've got our Fizz. He's 7-4-5. He's got his Lich Bane. He's got his Zanyas. He's going to be doing damage. Vladimir has 339 farm.
Yeah.
6-2-3.
No kidding. So, and look at his items. I want to see how much AP is.
He's got a
right
hat.
Here. He's got a hat
beautiful
too. I
hat.
want to see how much AP he has. He
got
has
635
AP.
As they're looking for
Zenyatta comes
Caitlyn, they look for Caitlyn. It's not going to be enough because she's going to come back. The kills go down. Aatrox is down. Fizz is down. Zanya's coming out here from Vladimir. He'll live through it. A triple kill coming out for Dame Mitai, and they are pushing. They smell blood. This could very well be this middle inhibitor, which is continue onto these turrets.
Dominus is still up and is popped right now.
This-
They are
yeah,
looking
we will
for,
see
oh,
the surrender. You can
it's
see
going to
Corky
be
blowing
a
his flash
surrender vote.
and his barrier there in front of everybody. Triple kill coming out from Caitlyn there. They looked really good.
They definitely looked really good. So a beautiful game coming out from TBM right there. I mean, you know, it goes to show the experience is a huge thing for them right here. You know, like I said just now, I thought that TBM might lose to this All for One team today, but you know, they came out really strong, really, really strong. They knew how to shut down that Corki straight out from the start. And they won very, very convincingly. Yes, that you know, All for One had that kill advantage a lot throughout the game, but they lost out a lot on turret advantage, global objectives here and there, and TVM took the win very, very convincingly. So good job to them, and we will go into game 2 hopefully very soon.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the game. What impressed you the most?
So, well, what I thought was interesting was we had all of this kind of hype. You were mentioning like Reddit posts, we're looking for analysts, and AF1 was doing a really good job of getting their name out there. They looked really strong in the semifinals. And this wasn't a stomp, but this was basically, I think, the Beast Mitai saying, hey, don't forget about us. We know how to play this game just as well, if not better. Really, really good. I think we said it at the beginning. The team fights, there was so much damage. You put a Vlad ultimate on top of everybody, and you're taking a crying mummy inside of you. Like, there's a crying mummy, there's Dominus Renekton taking extra damage.
The Zyra coming out too,
like,
so
they played their team fights really well. I think we saw, you were talking about, we saw a kill advantage coming out from All for One Assault, finding people, getting those maybe one-on-one kills. We saw like Renekton getting caught out in the top lane to a Fizz and a Shen. But when it came to those team fights, they
And
were
we
afraid
saw-
to even fight a dragon because they knew as soon as an Amumu showed up and he cursed everybody, it was just going to be an AoE death zone.
It really is, especially if you're in that dragon pit. You don't want to fight a team comp like that in the dragon pit. There's so much AoE damage coming out from there. And you know what? I think that All for One is very uncomfortable with what they played today. That's what I feel, because they love to play that AoE team composition today. Till date, they always love to play that AoE composition. And it was just not happening for them today. They played a lot of just individual players, individual champions today. And the game was straight out for TBM from the start. They got Caitlyn with that red buff, and it didn't stop from there. So, and that early with that Annie flash stun, crazy game coming up from TBM. Really good for them. I was worried because Karidori-san jumped ship from TBM to AF1. I'm like, he's going to take a lot of that experience in TBM and bring that to All for One and maybe, wreck a little bit of, what they have been thinking about and doing. But TBM with experience really coming out on top. I love the team comp that they had, like we said before, very much AoE centric. That is what All for One likes to play. Maybe they're going to copy that because TBM doesn't play that way. TBM never likes to play AoE centric composition, and it's very new from how I see them play today. But Renekton took away Renekton from Karidori Santeras, played beautifully on that.
So it was actually interesting. I saw 2 weeks ago when he had a Renekton picked away from him, he actually picked Kennen into that matchup. Like you were saying, kind of this AoE engaging. They tried something new this time around. Didn't really work out for them. It'll be interesting to see if they go back to this team fight focused composition, if they can do it better than the Beast Mitai, or if they've got something completely brand new. Like you said, maybe Kali Rui brought over some secrets, but obviously the Beast Mitai had enough time to come up with more secrets.
For sure. And I like how Teada-san took away Renekton from Karidori-san, because we don't really see Teada-san playing a lot of Renekton. What he likes to play, those are his go-to comfort champions. And to see him play Renekton and play so convincingly against his former teammate Karidori-san, he's like, I'm going to show you how to play Renekton the way it's supposed to be played. Played it so convincingly. And Vladimir. Rio Silva and Vladimir. I mean, we in Japan know how much that Rio Silva loves his Vladimir, but he really played it so convincingly against the Fizz. I mean, he was basically about 100 CS lead up against Fizz the entire game.
Fizz couldn't even get close enough to farm, which is why he was able to build such a commanding lead.
Let's talk about a double kill.
And yeah, I think that speaks for itself for those of you who were here watching that. Gets ganked from behind by Aatrox. It's a 1v2, and he decides, hey, I'm up in farm. I feel like I know my champion, and sure enough, he walks out with a double kill.
He does. I mean, with a gank that's coming from behind, I would be like, panic button, press.
Yeah.
But no, he's like, I know my champion well. I know how much damage I can put out. I know how much damage I can receive. But here we go. We are into bans and pick for game 2. Let's just jump into that really quickly.
And we have similar bans coming out again. This time, blue team will be the Beast Mitai, and on the other side, running red will be All for One Assault. Quick bans coming out, very similar bans coming out. Jarvan, Kassadin, Vayne, Jax.
I don't know why they still want to ban that Kassadin Jax. Okay, well, Vladimir is banned, so that's one thing that they've learned, finally. So I don't know why they're banning Kassadin and Jax. They should ban out way more comfort champions with them, but Jarvan, Vayne, Ahri. Ahri, I agree. Vayne, yes, no-ish. Jarvan, definitely.
Right. I think I'm assuming the logic behind that is just knowing that how strong Type 89 can be as like one of the big. That's how you're going to win the game, is if you can get Type 89 to carry. And when you're talking about carries, nobody does it better than Vayne. So keeping that away from him is probably just a little bit of a safety. But you're right, that Vladimir, that is one pick, one ban that was just very smart. Keep that out of Rio Silva's hands.
Yeah, and I want to say this again. And I am definitely looking forward to B Dreamer getting the Lissandra. I mean, he looks so comfortable with it, and I think that this is the time that he wants to show it, because if they lose this game, it's going to be over for them. It's going to be a 2-0 win for TBM.
Because it is best of 3.
It is going to be best of 3.
But I think, like you said, it wasn't a team fight composition for them, so the Fizz was kind of their assassin pick to catch people out. And actually, we can see Shen and Aatrox being picked again. Zyra.
They look like they're very comfortable with what they picked before, so they are going to go ahead with the Shen and the Aatrox. I'm not sure. Doesn't look like the best combination for top and jungle from them, and it just looks like they are completely following what they played before. It's going to be a Zyra coming out from them.
We'll see. I think Carly played Shen pretty well in the last game. Had a lot of good stand Uniteds. Obviously it's locked in, so I'm going to say if Sneal's going to play Aatrox again, I think he has to have a bigger impact on the early game, because he was not really existent.
No, like I've said before, Sneal doesn't like to play carry junglers. He loves to play that support jungler role, and Aatrox is not a support jungler. You won Oh, yay! Look what we've got here. We've got Sejuani and of course Vice.
All right,
Crazy
so
Sister.
this should be very fun. In Japan here, we don't have any don't play on the latest patch rules like some of the big tournaments. Everybody is available. One of those people being Vi, and if this is a Heimerdinger with a Sejuani, I'm gonna be speechless. Like, this is awesome.
I love how like TBM is just like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We don't care. I mean, look.
Oh man, I really like Mato-san. He's just obviously that's gonna probably be a Sejuani in the jungle. We just saw Mumu. Sejuani. I don't need to play Jarvan. I don't need to play any of these picks that everybody else uses. I don't need no Vi. We're gonna play something a little different.
I love Jinx. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. I love Jinx. I mean, she is such a super kid. With her passive, what's her passive? Get excited.
Yeah.
Her get excited. It's crazy. I mean, she
I
can
wonder
just
why
go
Fairland likes a
ahead.
passive called Get Excited.
Excited. So I love but nope. Okay, so this is very exciting for me. Wukong is coming out for I can't see that. The other
Tavares.
son. So I've said this just like
That's
3
one
or
of
5
his
minutes before.
champions.
He loves playing Wukong. So I'm excited to see Wukong coming out from him. And on the other side, Corki again with
But
Fiddlesticks.
this
So
time it's a Fiddlesticks. This is the combination they pulled out in Game 2 of the semifinals, and it worked really well for them.
So this is the exact composition they played 2 weeks before. It is going to be Fiddlesticks and the Corki at the bottom. So it's not a lot of switch up, I would say, for All For One.
Right.
They seem to be very comfortable with what they're playing and the team stuff.
And there's Fizz locked in as the final pick. Renekton was available.
So that was an insta lock as well.
And yeah, Fizz, they want Fizz. They want B-Dreamer on that Fizz. With this composition, again, you've got a lot of potential to delete targets with a high burst, a Fizz, a Shen coming out of nowhere. Corki's going to be on top of Faces. And surprise, surprise, let's have a birthday party Fiddlesticks as well. I just don't know. We'll have to see. It didn't work out for them last game. We'll have to see if they've maybe got something else in mind here.
I don't know. I'm really confused about how All For One is playing this. I mean, I love how they're playing this. They have a Fiddlesticks to come in, Aatrox. You know what they have? They have a really good individual champion team comp, but to come together, it's not the best team comp to play together as a team.
Right.
But if you look at the other side, TBM, a
Fighting
Zyra,
that team fight composition again.
it's such a AO. It's pretty much an AOE team composition as well. You have Wukong coming in to really just spin around everybody. Sejuani with all the CC that she has. And of course, you have Zyra just coming out with that grasping root, strangling taunts, just making sure that everybody is locked in place. And last but not least, you have Orianna coming out with that shockwave. Hopefully, he's gonna put that ball onto Wukong.
Yeah.
Wukong's just gonna flash in, and it's gonna make sure it's gonna group up at least 3 or
Shockwave
4
everyone into a Wukong.
and Jinx is gonna be like, I'm gonna kill everyone.
Yeah,
gonna get
I
excited and
like
all
this.
that.
I like the team comp. That's going to be a lot of damage in an AoE. It's going to keep Jinx safe. Probably be dead by the time she starts shooting at people.
Yeah, I mean, she has such a wonderful kit. I cannot remember all her names. I'm very sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
they're all new.
They're all very new. Zap, I know the Zap.
Zap.
There's her guns, her cannons. I can't remember her cannons. It's pow pow pow.
Yeah.
Things.
Fishbones is the.
Fishbones! There we go. Yeah, so it's really exciting to see Jinx in play. Obviously, it's going to be the first time we see Jinx in play in the JCG. And obviously, we're not on like the, the pro patches.
We're not a
you
patch
know,
behind.
no.
We are on the current. Things. When we talk about AoE, you don't necessarily think of it maybe just because we don't see Jinx so often because she's new. But her giant missile of what? Needlessly.
Super mega death rocket.
Yeah.
I think that's her name.
Is pretty good in terms of AoE as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just like going in, boom, everything with Orianna just rounding everybody up, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, a shockwave makes a pretty easy target for that rocket.
We're from Japan, right? So we love Jinx animation. So kawaii. I mean, with her pigtails running from behind, just
Yeah.
running with the pink cannon. That's
It's all about the lip
so
bite.
kawaii. We love Jinx here in Japan. I think everybody is in love with Jinx right
Yeah,
now.
you don't have to be from Japan. Riot did a fantastic job with this champion.
So I was-
Her introduction video.
I love it with the bathtub and all that. So I was in Or they released Jinx. I got to play Jinx before she was released a bit. I was like, hell yeah! we're gonna buy this champion when it gets released straight on the release date. Yes. Team comp once again for TBM. I want to say all for one. Like you know, I'm playing Devil's Advocate today, but apparently Devil's Advocate is the one to be rooting for today.
We'll have to see. I don't want to get biased by any means. I'd love to see All for One take it just so we can see a third game, if anything.
You know what? I agree. I want to see All for One take this, but
I really like the team comp.
I know. I really like TBM's team comp.
We'll have to see how it plays out.
Team comp. I mean, if they actually did a switch and All for One is on TBM's team comp, I'll be like, All for One all the way. But I want to see All for One take this game 2, and so that we can actually go into a game 3.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that happens. We're going to jump into game pretty quickly here. I really like, I know I said this before, I'll say it again, Matsu-san, bringing out a Mumu. Everybody says, you don't need a Mumu, you've got Zac, who's a Mumu 2.0. Well, showing that the little mummy still has a little bit of life left in him, and now we are going to get to see Sejuani, which honestly is not a bad pick by any means. She got picked a lot, saw a few minor nerfs. I still think she's very strong, and her ultimate is such a good engage tool, especially for a team composition like this. It's going to allow the rest of your team to get in place to use their ultimates as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love Sejuani. I think she's such an underrated champion, and I would love to see her more in competitive play for sure. There's a lot of people asking you where I'm from. Let me clear this up really quickly. I was born in Singapore. My dad is Singaporean. I am Singaporean, Russian, and a little bit of Portuguese. So if you hear a Singaporean accent coming up from me, it's nothing to be, shocked about. I was born there, but I've lived in all the different countries. So, but I am not fully Asian. So there we go. Let's clear that up and let's go into game.
Let's get the game started right now. Enough
started.
of nationalities and into League of Legends. This is Game 2 JCG Season 3 Championship. The Beast Mitai is going to be here on the blue side. On the red side, it will be All for One Assault. That's their A team. Let's get this game started.
Let's get the game started. So, if you guys are just joining us, as Korea just mentioned, this is the JCG Season 3 Premier League Finals. On the red side, on the blue side, we have TBM. On the red side, we have All for One Assault. So this is going to be Game 2 in the Best of 3 series. Game 1 was given to TBM, a very convincing win. And Game 2, we hope All for One is going to take this away so that we can proceed on to a Game 3. But
you can see Oriana checking the river bush with her ball, not to make a repeat of the last game where Caitlyn almost lost her life, blindly walking into that. However,
everybody knows what's happening.
Both teams positioned up near All for One's red buff.
30 seconds.
3 members of the Beast Mitai up there, but 4 positioned there for All for One. We're going to have to see how this plays out. So, not a lot happening here. Ward's going down. They actually clear out the ward on the red buff. No sneaky steals probably coming out this time.
No, they don't want that red buff to go away to Damemitai again.
So we saw a very aggressive start last time. This
on.
time, not so aggressive. Let's make sure we have all of our champions
Minions
in the
have
right
spawned.
places here today.
Although
who knows
I don't
where-
know about this Fizz again though. Like, well, obviously Fizz was on the other, on All for One before this and was not very convincing. And so I hope he, clears his mind a little bit from Game 1 and knows what he's doing again.
Yeah,
So
that's what
Fizz
happened to him on Lissandra last time. But here we go. See a very late invade.
Fizz he's got caught out. Like, he knows, like, they know that he's there. And so Aatrox is coming in, but Wukong's right behind him.
Uh-oh, this could not be good for Sneal. He's got backup. The Ignite coming out from Wukong. It won't. But that is going to be a loss of time. He's got to go to his own buffs now, and he doesn't have a lot of health. In fact, he is backing. He got so low there, he's not going to be able to start his jungle.
Nope, he's not. Good decision, I say. Yes, he does have his passive. And it was a crazy Ignite, but a good Ignite nonetheless, because he managed to push him out of the jungle completely.
That's just going to put him so far behind. Sejuani's already got a red buff. She's looking at blue. Aatrox is still trying to get back into the jungle. Meanwhile, no other lane swaps coming out here.
It just looks like a repeat of Game 1, because his jungle got his red buff stolen away by Caitlyn the game before. And now he has to go back, and very, very late stuff for Aatrox. Not the best, because Aatrox love that early tower dive, early gank, and
Neela
like
just
what
having a
happened.
bad time today.
nope. They're not
Jungle
doing
is
it
not
right.
the place to be. He's got to use his smite just so he can get that first buff.
Look at Sejuani already. She's moving around a lot. She has got 2 wards coming out for the jungle coming out. And she's coming in from behind, going on to Karyu very, very harshly. Not going to take that kill away, though.
So the one, I think, if you can even call it a positive, is that, oh my goodness, I'm got to shut up. We have action going down in the bot lane. A lot of damage coming out from both sides. They look to back away. Fiddle is caught a little bit deep in that bush. He should be okay. The exhaust actually coming out onto Zyra, but she's the one with the most health. The damage coming out. The rockets from Jinx doing a lot of damage.
Wow, the plants is doing a lot of damage on them too, but both sides getting very, very, very punished for the decisions that they're doing. But you can't beat a Jinx so early on. Ooh.
The damage from W, level 1, we talked about this in studio earlier today. It's like 130 at level 1, and that just lands on a Corki. He's running away with 27 HP.
So a flash coming out from Zyra to maybe get that last hit, but didn't manage to. So there's a flash burn and an exhaust burn as well. So 9240 on Zyra does not have both the summoners. So that's a good thing for Aatrox to probably come in very soon.
Yeah, Type 89 actually doing a really good job of not using his summoners there. He could have blown the barrier, maybe got a little scared, kept it. Knew his limits, knew his champion's health, and it stayed there.
He's not us. He's he knows when to pop that barrier. He won't be like, panic barrier!
Right.
'Cause I pop a lot of panic
That's
barriers.
open class.
Yeah, I do a lot of panic barriers. Embarrassingly. But top lane, you can see, Terrace and his former teammate Kadidui is just bashing away at each other, making sure, giving a little love to each other. But you're Wukong and you're Shen. Nothing's gonna happen so early in the game unless you have your junglers coming in from the back.
Right. So what you want to... both of these characters are looking to rush their ultimates. However, Shen is level 5 to Wukong's 3. Wukong does have a wave coming in, so he is going to hit 4. There's level 4 for him. But Shen doing a really good job of just getting those minions, getting his level up right away, and he looks to probably be the champion to hit 6 first.
Right, and oh my word, take a look at the mid lane with the CS lead.
Ooh, you talked about this. Fizz, maybe not the best choice. 13 CS to 35.
Yeah, this is the second game for him on Fizz. Still not, showing up, I would say. And look at that, 46 to 15. That's a 20 CS lead at level 5. That is terrible CSing. I'm sorry to say, but that is just not... I won't give out kind words because that is really scary.
And
Orianna too?
It's so hard to farm against an Orianna. She's got such zoning potential with that ball, and on top of that, when you're a melee champion like Fizz, it's a lot harder to get in there and get that CS. But then maybe you don't want to pick Fizz in the first place.
So we'll
have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, we just saw Aatrox coming from the back, hopefully to catch Orianna out, but nope, they managed to as well. I mean, they're scared because the same thing happened in game 1 where Aatrox came in from behind and he did double kill on them. So obviously that's gonna happen so early in the game, but we all know Orianna is such a big team player, but we also know that early game Orianna farms very, very well as a AP champion. She farms very, very well early game. So I'm hoping to see B-Dreamer coming back strongly, hopefully, as a Fizz, because Fizz is such an assassin champion. We want Fizz to succeed.
Oh, beautiful grenades coming out. A lot of damage on Fiddlesticks. It won't be enough because Aatrox arrives just in the nick of time.
Oh, look at that! B-Dreamer coming in, both going in. Oh, first blood coming out from B-Dreamer. He might go down. No! The last take on the ignite doesn't go down. How much health is that?
That's 13. He's regenning it now. The passive taking the reduced damage from minions as well.
So beautiful.
Oh, we missed that on the mainstream. Tell us what happened there.
So Orianna was going in hard. She engaged first onto Fizz, but Fizz turned around, jumped up on him, still continued to chase after him, popped the ignite on him, took first blood. Oriana did pop the ignite onto him onto Fizz as well, but you know, as we just saw on the stream right there, didn't manage that last tick for that ignite.
Yeah, again, knowing your
Beautiful.
limits, Shen had his Stand United available. Fizz, no problem. I got 10 HP to spare.
Beautiful play coming out. So as we just talked about, you know, we hope Fizz to come back with something. You know, he might have heard us over the stream. I would
Aatrox
say.
jumps into the bot lane. He actually jumps on top of a ward, and Sejuani is here to turn this gank around. The ultimate coming out. Who's going to come out on top? Zyra actually has to flash. Aatrox flashes as well to pick it up. Shen Stand United comes out. Now things are not looking good for Sejuani. Will they be able to do the last bit of damage? No. Jinx actually doing a real good job of putting out damage herself.
Ooh! The last hit from the crows.
Call.
Rio Cheddar managed to take the kill off of Sejuani. Wow!
Oh man, she thought she was safe, and that bird came all the way down. The ultimate actually coming out of Fiddle, and Jinx again turning things around. Will it be enough? Picks up one. I don't think she has enough. The barrier coming out, not enough. That's going to be a kill going to Aatrox. A really good play coming out of Dame Mitai, looking to pick that up, but it ultimately is not enough. Going down.
Boo! Surprise party for sure! Wow, I mean, Sejuani just taken out of surprise there. I didn't expect the crows to have so much damage on that. Apparently, it definitely did. Right, and so, yeah. Call for sure. I mean,
Oh man.
that fiddle thing.
In the top lane. Oh man, yeah, boy, I gotta get. Whew.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Once again,
for that.
like the first game, All For One is coming up on top with the kill lead. So it's 4-1 the kill lead right now. And what do you know? They do have the goal advantage right now. So it is going to be about a fail math 800?
Yeah, just say 1,000, 800, whatever, close enough.
Fail
But
math, but yeah, so
you can actually see, like we said, Sneal started off really slow again, got that kind of damage in the jungle. He's now 2-0-0. He's having an impact in this game, being available for that gank, picking up kills down there. Is still down quite a bit in CS, but he has managed to pick up that kill on Oriana. So we're gonna have to see if All For One can continue their assault.
no, yeah, I mean, if you take a look at that, you know, Fizz is still struggling with his CS. That's twice the amount of CS he's losing out to Oriana, but he got a kill over it. So first blood as well. 2 Doran's ring coming out from him. So a lot of sustain coming out. Oh, look at it!
Aatrox waiting in the top lane. They fight the clone monkey. That's the wrong monkey.
Wrong monkey. Monkey. Wrong monkey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whenever I play Wukong, I would love to do that.
So
but
Tora
yeah.
Ares is actually going to get away from that. Sejuani looking for a possible counter gank in the top lane. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, both lanes trading very strongly. Doesn't look like much is going to happen in the top lane. Not a whole lot going on as well. Everybody's just doing their best to farm. Whoever invented the Doran's Blade is making a lot of money today on sales, though.
Yeah, you know, whenever I see a lot of guys buying a lot of Doran's Blade, like triple Doran's Blade, I always remember Genja. So Genja is the ADC for Gambit Gaming, and he loves to buy that triple Doran's Blade. But anyway, Rio Cheddar getting caught by a grasping root. Ooh!
So much
Super
damage
mega
coming
death
out.
rocket coming out and hits him. So much damage for sure.
However, that will be a walk away. And now I think Jinx is just going to push this lane, knowing it's just Corki. Aatrox might come down to make something happen. We'll have to see. Fiddle actually sticking around. This could be another surprise party. He does not have a lot of health, though. Sejuani also making her way into the jungle, but she's headed up instead of down. Shen ultimate coming out. Barrier being popped by Corki. Will it be enough? Corki going so low actually dies, but they pick up both Jinx and Zyra. Fiddle is going to go down to the Zyra passive. Fantastic shot there at the end. As the engagement comes in mid, this time Fizz, you are not going to be able to pick up a kill. So much damage coming out of B-Dreamer. Looks like he should be able to walk away from this. Will the ignite? No, it doesn't. All in all, that's 2 kills to 2 kills, but a lot was blown from All For One. They brought Shen down.
Wow. Okay, so Shen came down with the Stand United, but what was so beautiful there was Zyra's strangling tongue. Ultimate. She managed to pick up. She managed to hit at least 3 members, I would say, of TBM of All For One. But obviously, the damage was not enough. to, well, the CC was not enough to hold them back, and they all died to that crazy gang coming out from
It's
all.
just a really good job that they had 3 members to 4 members, and they still managed to come out on it 2 for 2. On top of that, it left Wukong alone. They just take the top turret, and Oriana in the middle of that as well was able to take the middle turret. So though it was a 2 for 2 exchange, it's also a 2 for nothing turret exchange.
Yeah, so, wow, 13 minutes into the game, it's a 3 turret advantage for TBM right now. We saw that beautiful first blood coming out from Fizz onto Oriana. That didn't scale up as much as I would hope it to be, because it's a 6-3 now, and it's very, very scary for All For One. Yes, it's only about 1,000 odd goal lead advantage, but it's starting to feel like the same game again because of that global objective. Season 3 is all about the global objectives. It's all about how fast you can take your turrets, how much of the global advantage you can take from Barons and Dragons, and they're losing out on this objective fight.
Ping's going down around Baron. It looks we've got 3 members of each team. Will they start the Dragon? I don't know if this is in their best interest. In fact, they've actually kept Fiddle out with a lot of damage. Ultimate being used, Sejuani throws out her R, dead Fiddlesticks, and this might be a good opportunity for them to take on that Dragon. Wukong is here as well.
So TBM coming up on top of that again, and they're gonna take the first Dragon? Is that the first Dragon?
Yeah, that is the first Dragon here at 14.5 minutes. They lose their top turret, but they pick up a kill in the Dragon, and that's going to put the gold just about 2,000 now.
2,000 goal lead does not equivalent to how much actually TBM is on top of this, because they have a 2 turret advantage, 2 turret goal advantage. 2 turret advantage, my word. My English is just not coming out as I hoped it would be. But Shen is just putting a lot of pressure onto that top turret right there, pushing Terra-san all the way into his inner turret top lane. Talk me through the item build for them right now.
Yeah, I'm actually just looking at it here, and part of it's probably laning against the Wukong this time. So Kali Rui has actually opted for the Sunfire this time, and I think that was a good choice. You can see he's actually up almost 40 farm in the top lane. He's got his lane pushed. It's obviously working a lot better than that Spirit Visage did for him last time. However, just because he has the Sunfire doesn't mean he's going to be able to stand through his 2v lane. Wukong's already blown his ultimate. Will they be able to slow him down?
Matosan he wants to take this fight. He's still chasing after that. Terra-san is just behind Karidori-san. I don't think he has Stand United for this, so Stand United is definitely blown, and Matosan does get the kill.
They pick it up. They wrap up 2 members, however, for a very long time. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Doesn't look like it will. You actually saw the Jinx Super Mega Death Rocket fly up to the top lane. Didn't quite find its target. And a lot of damage coming out in the mid lane.
A repeat of what happened last game, but no. Neil does manage to take that kill off of Oriana. So Oriana did manage to take the shockwave onto both of them. Almost got the kill onto Fizz, but wow, Rio Silva
Sejuani trying to clean it up, coming in, and Fizz, B-Dreamer doing a really good job of Q being out of there to safety with very, very low health.
I mean, I'm very impressed at how Rio Silva is playing. I mean, with the 2 things, again with the 1v2, managed to shockwave both of them into it. Basically got Fizz down to almost nothing. Died to it, but still, wow.
Did a really good job of putting out the damage, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. And that will actually go in favor of All For One. We'll have to see what they do with it now. Bot lane being pushed against. Corki's going to do his best to farm. Actually, farm on the 80 carries. Pretty close.
Pretty close. Let's take a look at the CS score. So 80 carries are basically just even 129 to 129, 128. But 129, 129. So, but like the last game before, Oriana just pretty much just eating on Fizz's minions, you know, taking away 144 to 81.
Yeah.
Come on.
Doing a good job. She has died twice. Fizz is actually 1-0-1, so in terms of that, he's doing pretty well.
Let's take a quick look at the goal lead then, you know.
Aatrox, yeah, so if we actually take a look at the gold, Oriana is up by about 1,000 over Fizz. That's going to give her a little bit of extra power, and because she has more of a team fight utility, that's going to equate to more damage
Yeah,
overall, I
she-
think, in team fights.
She did die twice, but 148 to 87, that's a lot of gold. So that's where she's getting all her gold from. Obviously with that 3 to 1 turret advantage as well as the dragon before.
So, and actually, one thing I want to point out, I talked about Aatrox needed to be a factor in this game. Aatrox is 4-0-1 at this point. He's going to have to really put that score to use. He's got the 2. He does a lot of damage even without items. He's been really making things happen. So I think if Sneal can keep doing that, it's going to turn out well for All For One.
Yeah, but like you see it again, he bought the exact same items he did in game 1. Still has that oracles on him. So I think they need to get Rio Cheddar to get the oracles because I want to see a more
Jinx, you could be in trouble. She does run away. Corki's not going to follow, and that will be Jinx living to see a bot lane.
So that was spider sense coming out from her.
No, yeah, no wards sighted Aatrox there. She just realized I am in very deep, and I don't know where the jungler is. Wukong actually taking race behind Fizz. We could see something come out of this if Orianna can land a shockwave to keep him tied up. Pings, however, coming down in the bot lane. Sejuani is here. This is a 3v3 situation.
This is going to be real Cheddar. Oh, completely getting chomped out of there. They're still going on. Sneal is going to the next target coming out, and he's going to pop his passive right there. And he's sitting on top of 3. He's not going to go down anywhere. Shutdown coming out from Zyra, actually. Type 89 has a flash out of that.
But here's
Shockwave
Fizz
coming out!
in the middle. Will it be enough damage? The rest of the team coming to Orianna's aid, and they do manage to keep her alive. Fizz looked really strong. Looked like he had it there.
Alright, so Fizz wanted that something to happen, but everyone from the team is coming up and like, nope, you're not taking her away from us. So beautiful play right there. Let's talk a little bit about the item.
So if
build.
we can take a look at that. Wukong I find very interesting. He's gone straight up Last Whisper. It's such a strong item. And everybody, not everybody, but I think some people forget that the armor penetration, especially on Wukong who has built-in armor penetration, and then he's going to be spinning on people, doing extra damage because of that Last Whisper. I think that's a really good pickup. If we look at the ADCs, Corki has his Trinity finished. Jinx is still building. She's got her Bloodthirster and has actually picked up, looking to build probably towards an Infinity Edge.
Looks like Infinity
She doesn't
Edge.
need the attack speed because of her passive.
Get excited. So she doesn't need that
Or the
extra.
Q is what it is, yeah.
Right. So, but if you look at the mid, actually, they don't have that core build up yet. So, Fizz obviously is going to look for his item build next, and
As we have a dragon fight coming out here. And
Oh!
Jinx picks it up with a super mega death rocket. It's the super mega dragon rocket. The splash damage, it can only hit champions, but it picks up the dragon. Thanks for your hard work, All For One, but it's all for naught. That
all for
dragon
naught.
going to the beast Mitai.
I love how he played that. He knew that so many of them around, he's going to pick up that dragon. Beautiful play coming up from Jinx there. So another, no. Yes, another dragon actually going to TBM there. Beautiful play. So
Gold is starting to snowball a little bit. It's about a 5,000 lead now with that dragon pickup. They're still up 3-1 turrets. Nobody's taken a turret in a very long time.
nobody's like, no, it's been 3 for 1 for a really long time. Because what they have been doing is they've been roaming so much and trying to catch each other off. They've not really sit down and be like, okay, let's just push one lane and let's see what's gonna happen. But it looks like they are rounding up into this mid here, and TBM wants to get that mid turret, inner turret down.
Yeah, it's almost like we're just waiting for that big AP mids.
I'm just really confused because all the kills that's coming out from All For One is going to Aatrox.
Right.
And Aatrox is not building like a carry jungler. He is still going for that. Let's just
Standard
make sure.
spirit, right.
Right.
All the money is going to what he would buy anyway. He's not trying to snowball that gold lead he already has. Look at the damage coming out of Orianna with only the chalice and the needlessly large rod.
And that zap damage coming out from Jinx is way too much for them to.
Sejuani waiting in the wings. That could be one ultimate away from death. But
This is
however,
going to start.
here come the ultimates from the other side. Surprise party, chum the waters. Will it be enough? A lot of damage coming out. Jinx picks one up with her Mega Death Rocket. Corki in the back firing. Aatrox going very low. He'll be picked up. Jinx with a triple. She is getting excited, ladies and gentlemen. She has to pop her barrier, but it will be enough.
It's not going to be a quadra kill for her, but triple kill coming up from Jinx there. Get excited. She's just running around trying to get as many of them as she can. So that is a 4-for-1 team fight.
And it's not over yet. Wukong, Terra Ares going very hard on the Corki. Can't quite finish him, but you can see that's the power with just the Dorans in the last Whisper. That Q is going to do so much damage to a squishy like Corki.
All of a sudden, 6-2-3
Red
Jinx.
team's turret has been
There's the
6,
mid
2,
turret.
3
Jinx
Jinx.
is scary. That's the perfect example
Yeah,
of
so
how
Jinx
Jinx is
is-
passive.
Right, Jinx is recalling right now. I want to see what she buys next. Will she be able to be enough to get that? Yes, she
There's
does.
the Infinity and
There's
the pickaxe
Infinity
on
Edge
top
coming
of that.
out. That's a lot of damage coming up from Jinx now. She's
And
gonna
actually, there's the surrender,
No
ladies and gentlemen.
way.
So that will do it. I think it was just Jinx is now just too big. Huge positioning, using that passive to run around the team fight. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it in the best of 3, taking 2 games to 0.
It's TBM, who is going to
TBM.
be our Season 3 champions. I'm really surprised. I mean, I thought AF1, Alpha 1 is going to come in today and show up, really be like, yeah, we got Caribbean over, and we're going to stomp TBM, who is our Season 1 champion. But no, TBM came up with a completely different team comp than they've always been playing. They always like to play that catch one champion, kill champion. They've never played the whole team composition with an AoE damage, and the last 2 games has always been such an AoE comp with all that team fight coming in.
Coming out from Alpha 1, and it just worked out better for the Beast Mitai.
I think Alpha 1 is very uncomfortable with what they're playing. You can tell because they love to play that team composition fights. Like the AoE, 5 people locking up somebody. They don't have it with this game. I mean, they're playing with Aatrox, Corki, Fizz, Shen. The only one with a really big AoE is Fiddlesticks.
Right.
I wish they played B Dreamer's Lysandra.
So, yeah, and coming into this, I think I said, all for one, if they need to get type 89 going. He's really kind of their core damage guy, and he just never got going in that game. He farmed really well, but no kills on your AD carry. It's really hard, and even Kari looked okay on Shen. But last week when they were winning, we saw a lot of really good engages coming out, and I don't know. I don't know how it could have played different.
No, I think they're just really uncomfortable with what they're playing. I really wish they played to what they're comfortable with all that AoE dive. But yeah, I mean, Aatrox as well. I mean, they picked this Aatrox. So Aatrox is such a good utility champion to come around with dives and team ganks and all that. They did not use that at all. Obviously, because both games, Aatrox was taken out so early in the game. First game, they gave up red buff to the other team. Second game, he got down so low, he had to recall, and so he started his jungle really late as well. So we didn't see that wonderful Aatrox tower dive 3 minutes, 5 minutes into the game, level 3, level 4. So that was a very disappointing game coming out from Alpha 1. I expected something a lot more from them.
On the flip side, congratulations to the Beast Mitai. That is the championship. And say what you will, maybe the other team didn't feel comfortable. Maybe they were comfortable. The Beast Mitai came out looking for blood. They played really well. Dame Mitai showing us Jinx in that last game. That triple kill at the end was very fun to see. Finishing 6-2-3. The whole team just doing a really good job of rotating around the map and picking up kills, even though they weren't the ones running with a Shen and a Fizz.
No, I'm very excited to see Jinx, obviously, because we've never really seen Jinx being played competitively anywhere yet, I would think. I'm not sure. But yes, I mean, Jinx really showed up with that triple kill last 5 minutes of the game. I'm really surprised to see that surrender vote coming up, but I think they knew that, it's going down south really fast.
That might have been just didn't want to delay the inevitable at that point.
Yeah. Okay,
Things
so
can always change.
yeah,
But- I'm sorry, go ahead.
things can always change. Oh, Corey, the things you say sometimes. But we love you, Corey. But that's it for season 3 finals actually. So it's the 2-0 win. Congratulations, TBM. おめでとうございます. Yay! So 2-0 to TBM. So the next news that we want to come out is going to be the 29th of October. So that's going to be Tuesday. And TBM, the Season 3 champions, are going to play AHQ Esports Taiwan, and that is the team who is on top champions for both the summer and spring season for the GPL. That's the Garena Premier League. That is the Southeast Asian equivalent of the LCS, the GPL. And so TBM is going to play AHQ Esports on the 29th of October.
Yeah, so that'll be good. You can see how this team matches up against some of the bigger names in the world. Now the Beast Mitai can put Season 3 JCG champions behind their name to go again with that Season 1 championship. And that'll be fun. That's 9 days away, you said, the 29th?
Yeah, 9 days. 9 days. It's a learning experience, I would
Exactly.
think, for them. We're not gonna want to be like, yes, TBM's gonna win, they're gonna stomp like AHQ. No, we're not like expecting that all. Obviously, we made this international show match to really just show and to provide for the Japanese players that yes, you might be playing at JCG, but there's also like international experience that we can actually
Right.
provide for you.
So much more out there.
So much more
Japan
out
is
there.
maybe not the bastion of League of Legends here in Asia. Unfortunately, we're working on it.
We are working on it. So yes, they're gonna play AHQ Esports on the 29th. That's gonna be very exciting. We're gonna cast it again. Me, Corey, Jimmy, Andreas is going to be here on the 29th. That's gonna be Tuesday next week. It will start 8 p.m. Japan time. That's 8 p.m. JST. I have absolutely no idea
7 a.m.
what time is it at your
Eastern
place.
time in the United States, and I'm sorry, I'm not from Europe. I don't know what time it is in Europe. Karga can figure it out and put it in the chat, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. He can tell us what time it is in Sweden, maybe.
Yeah, probably. But I think everyone in Asia will be able to watch that. That's going to be the evening time for all you guys. 那么在台湾的看的话，就是台湾时间7点，晚上7点，我们会是今天晚上的赢者 TBM 会跟你们台湾的 AHQ Esports 的打，就是下个礼拜二台湾时间7点开始。So that's going to be 8 p.m. here in Japan, and I think that's going to be all for us for tonight.
Yeah, but that will be here on this same Twitch channel. Make sure you tune in. It's twitch.tv/Japan Esports. Thanks a lot for tuning in tonight, checking out the championship. I had fun. I hope the teams had fun. It's always a new opportunity.
It's always a new. You always end.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean that's.
Close us out here.
Yes, thank you so much, guys, for watching us here on the JCG today. I'm really surprised by how many of you guys are watching us today. But thank you. I mean, all the players, thank you as well for supporting Japan and the league community that we have here. It's not very big compared to the other regions, but we definitely want support as much as we can get. So thank you guys for watching. If you're curious about Corey or myself, I think Andreas will be able to link you guys to where you can find us, be it our Twitter or Facebook. We will be here on the 29th for the international show match between TBM, our winners today, and AHQ Esports Taiwan next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Japan time. Myself, I will be back to Singapore for a week after that for AFA Anime Festival Asia. I will be hosting alongside beautiful people like Danny Chu, and we will have wonderful anime song artists like Mizuki Nana, TM Revolution coming in. And if you're in the region, if you're in Southeast Asia, do come by to join us. I will be alone for that. It's completely different from esports. It's all about anime, my other love as well. So I'm really excited for that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Here on the broadcasting cast, we have Jimmy, Andreas. Unfortunately, you can see them. They're behind the scenes. And from us, Ferlin, myself, and Corey, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you hopefully on the 29th of October.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. おやすみなさい。